Hey, hello. Welcome to round number 6 of the Whitsun Open here in Munich, Germany. And yesterday we had several guests, and one of them was Tomas Laurusas from Lithuania, my friend from the Slovakian league team. And today his opponent is Amar Elham, so
சார் ஒரு லிங்க் அனுப்புகிறேன்
he will
உங்களுக்கு
have a
நீங்கள் லைவாக நான் பேசுகிறத
big
பார்க்கலாம்
challenge in front of
பழனி
himself.
ராமசன்
Amar
மக்களுக்கும் அனுப்புங்க கொஞ்ச
beat
நேரத்தில் நான் வந்துடுவேன்
Alexenko
ஆன்லைனில்
yesterday with black pieces in a very wild game. We are discussing it with our colleague Edin, which will come later. And since we are not getting any moves, let's move to the board number 2, Costa against Visach. And no surprises here. We have Gioco Piano, C3.
சார் சொல்லுங்கள்
Sometimes white waits with this move, not to allow the d5 lines, but which are
யூடியூப்பில்
not
வருவேன் சார்
really
லைவாக இப்போ
popular
கேம்
anyway.
நடக்கிறது நீங்கள்
But they could
பார்க்கலாம்
appear
சரியா
after castles and d5.
நான் லிங்க் அனுப்புகிறேன்
You know, I think white has several tries here, and it became less popular. So I'm expecting Visach to just go d6, and we continue from this closed structure. Let's move to the Rohit Korobov, board number 3. And we have a queen Indian and the bishop a6 move, which is the most classical one, and also it served me well. Some people like to just play bishop b7, but it leads to I would say less defined structure. It's possible for white to sacrifice the pawn with the move d5 and entering some sharp lines, or just playing knight c3. The position is a bit dry, so let's say this position.
It's very much into theory. So
Yeah, very much into theory. Black has no issues, even though white has a little bit of space. So, but no weaknesses for him.
and as we know, Korobov is kind of a dynamic player, so he would not want to get stuck into such kind of things. He will
Yeah, so
shake himself.
he played the main line b3, bishop e7, and now we are waiting. Recently, I played a really crazy game in knight c3 line. Yeah, so
You played it.
yes, I was black. So
Okay.
if you take a look, so I decided to castle. It's possible to also play d5 or c6 and d5.
Okay.
But I played castles.
Who was your opponent and which was the tournament?
My opponent, it was a league game, and my opponent was Karol Motus, 2300 rated player.
Bundesliga.
Yeah, no, in Slovakia, and something like this happened, and I played here queen to d7, and here I had a dilemma like which piece to take. So I think both are possible,
Yeah.
but maybe taking knight is a bit more solid, and then coming with c5. Yeah, and it's possible. I mean, my center is under slight pressure, and I'm not threatening to, advance, but I can hold it. Yeah. So anyway, this was.
What was the result of the game?
It was a draw, but very wild one. Actually, I took the bishop, yeah, so which is leading to more dynamic.
Active play for white.
Yes, I mean the difference is that his center is not so well guarded, but on the other hand, he has this knight which can jump, and he has some attacking possibilities. So, yes, I would prefer this move after some analysis. This is like more solid. And actually, they are entering this line. So, yes, but Korobov, so not really. Korobov played castles, and Rohit played now bishop g2 instead of e4, and now d5. And this was popular around 10 years ago when Grandmaster Sergei Karyakin he kind of reintroduced it to the practice. I would mostly take white in such a position, because this structure is still like not fully resolved. Like my GM trainer Marcos told me that what could happen here, some c5, so isolani or hanging pawns, or even this structure is not like fully safe for black,
Yeah,
like
but
kind of average. So
as we very well know, Karyakin, when he plays something, he goes until the root of the whole thing. So he is fully satisfied with the result.
yes, of course, and they had seconds, and they kind of analyze it in depth. But I would like just personally, I would always try to get this kind of position, which is much easier to navigate because here I'm taking with the C pawn, and I have no weaknesses, and I have this open diagonal, and also this one. Of course, it's not the full story because white could here play e4, yes, or he doesn't have to take. So
It's still early days and a lot of choices are there. So
yes. So let's look at Safarli against Savita. So I think Safarli is a big favorite, but we remember that Savita actually rejected a draw against Alexenko, or rejected the move
yesterday,
repetition.
did you happen to see Savita's game? She was in deep trouble, and then
Against
somehow
whom?
she against that Karyanamala of Ireland, that international master 2-4 plus, Kanya Marla, so Tarun. So she was in deep trouble in a double rook ending, and then he misplayed, and very similar to how Caruana lost to Arjun Ergesi in the recent Stavanger. So the result boomeranged on her, and she managed to win. So I mean, you can't take her lightly.
Definitely. Yeah. So she already showed that she can play, and here I think Safarli, maybe intentionally, he's choosing something offbeat. Personally,
Try to little pull her out of the opening or something like that.
yes, out of the preparation. So normally after this knight f6, white can go knight c3 or e5. But he decided to do it right away, this and d3. So perhaps here after, let's say if he wants to play d3 now, he doesn't want to face knight d4 move.
Okay.
Even that is questionable. But yes, he decided to take and enter the structure. Okay, I believe it's a good idea for black to trade this bishop and then play knight d7 and e5, giving her very solid position. So that's one thing. She could of course play also g6, but I wouldn't say it's necessary in this version. Yeah. So I mean, let's say this one, knight bd2, e5. I can also try to keep the bishop, but it's a bit awkward there, so I would just take and play knight d7. I think it's reasonable. So this structure occurs frequently from the d3 Berlin. Yeah, so it's like some kind of transposition, although like here the pawn is already on c5. So I think black has actually no problems. He controls the center.
Neither side has a weakness, so they have to actually play the.
Yes, he could just castle. He's ready to meet the f4 push, and I think here black is doing well. So we have some more moves arrived in. She played queen c7, which in a sense is more ambitious. She wants to push e5 and keep the two bishops. Yes, so bishop e6. So if everything goes well, then this is the way to go. White could challenge it with knight g5, but okay, this one is questionable. Here I could go back actually, and this knight is a bit stranded.
Okay.
So one knight c4. If knight d7, I can now challenge the bishop. So, but I believe this structure is also all right for black. So now it's slightly worse bishop in this complex. However, white has no breakthroughs, and for example, I can play this, and I'm perfectly fine as black. So. I think she could be optimistic. Safar actually played b3 with the idea of recapturing on c4 with the b pawn. So I think he's hoping then for black to take, but she could postpone it. For example, this Okay, I bit hesitate to play f6 now with the h6, but maybe there is no problem. Yeah. Okay, this can go bishop f7 and mid knight f5 with g6. Not sure that this is the best way to
Well, even she
resolve
can
it, yeah.
castle long and probably.
I don't want to do this because now indeed my bishop is getting lost. Or maybe bishop e7. Yes, bishop e7 with the idea of knight d7. That's the way to go. And if he changes, then I play bishop g4. And if this, yeah, this is. I wouldn't say it's like a dream position for black, but quite manageable and something what should be aiming for. Wong versus Demchenko. So our friend Janvin Wong, he's playing very well this tournament. He was concentrating on it, and Anton Demchenko is always is positional magician. So he entered this line of English with bishop c5, kind of close style. And yes, different. I would like to say that here the typical reply is a6, and after that, majority of white players play knight e2 and then d4. It's actually stronger to play knight f3, which I also had some experience in. So, like in such a position, I can play on the e file, or I can play d5 later on. So it's something that they want. It's the knight is more active on f3. I'm not familiar with the bishop f5 here, so clearly this is the idea. So,
well, I think Demchenko is always a dangerous player. You can't rule him out because he has had a lot of big players he has defeated in the past. So, and I think probably he may have a deeper plan. Nothing that is going to rush up very early or in 10 or 15 moves probably, but he's like I would say sometimes the big snakes are there. They don't attack the prey. They wait.
Yes.
So he has had a lot of big fishes he has captured in his career. So.
So he's suggesting that after knight g2 he might play bishop h3.
Quite possible.
Yeah, it's not even with the idea of great attack, but it's just positionally well motivated. This is a strong piece. So let's get rid of it. White could play h3 or not touch this at all and play some a3 move, for example. But a3 will be met by a5. I mean. Black may not castle long. That would be too risky. But in the meantime, what is white going to do? So let's say like knight d5. I can play knight e7. Rook b1, or even b3. b3 could be the way to go. b3, bishop b2. Still keeping flexible. It's. I think decent opening choice from black because it leaves a lot of fight, and already here Wang is thinking. So let's see. A3 happened. So A3 will be met by A5. That's for sure, giving some space to the bishop, and maybe B3 like a hedgehog situation. Yesterday we saw Thomas Laurusas. Went on to win English, but that was with c5, but kind of similar style, slow improvement of his position. So Petkov against Vairao, and here is a queen's and then a bit different one. So always black has to react to knight c3 with knight e4. Because if he just castles, then I play queen c2 and I'm ready to
e4.
do this.
Grab the center.
Yes. Sometimes there are nasty tricks with the knight g5 idea, but maybe not yet. But just to demonstrate that this could happen. And now e4 is not a good move, but e4 e5, and if black is not paying attention, then this comes and double threat. Yeah. So however, okay, this is not going to happen.
And by the way, this broadcast, is it delayed for some?
Yes, we have broadcast same as the.
So what time the public get to see it? In 15 minutes from now? Or?
In 15 minutes exactly. So it means that
fraud
we are synchronized with the Leeches broadcast, and
Okay.
yes, so they could see kind of the current position, yeah, with this one. So we will not spoil any of the results or any of the action. So it's just for the, I mean,
Right.
safe feeling for the players. Yeah. So okay, d4 c5. We have Bernatsky against Petersen, and I already think that okay, here we have a typical game of renowned grandmaster against lower rated player, and I think we'll see the difference. Essentially, c5 is not recommended. So.
Okay.
So it enters Benoni when white is not yet committed to the knight to the c4 move. Yeah, so there are some moves like e5. I believe it's called check Benoni. One master like to play here the move d6, which is of course rubbish, but you know he wants some quick games.
If he manages to go on to win, then he will say it's good.
Yes, yes. But anyway, even this I had a bit similar. So this one white will occupy the c4 square. So this is like another way to play. Here opponent went g6. So and now d6, bishop b5. It's a logical move. Yes, he could also omit it and play knight c3, knight f3. And it's quite good Benoni because he will keep the b5 under taps, and he could transfer that the knight. So okay, he went bishop b5 and bishop e2, so kind of misplacing this one, and knight f6, knight c3, bishop g7. Here I will be concerned about b5. Could he make it?
Yeah, I have not seen the Benoni recently much in top levels, but it is good to see Henrik trying to do something on that position. I guess.
Yes, normally I would like to play Benoni against lower-rated opponents.
Yes.
Also,
but here the lower-rated opponent is playing against Vitaly Bernardeschi. So
yeah, so he should play solid instead. But I'm really wondering why not this. So I can really take with the knight. Okay, knight takes e4, and it's decent. Or even if he plays like this, then I'm going to include this check and now take, and I suppose this one absolutely no problems for black. Actually, I think he already is better. So I'm thinking, are we missing something? Is there some e5 in? Black might even react in this way, yeah.
Awkward time for white. Huh?
I think this is perfectly playable. I'm both of the captures here, so let's say go this way. I will not try to. So now white is pawn up, but black has marvelous development, so should actually net him advantage. Yeah. Crucially here in this line, white is not in time to develop. Yeah, so rook e8 and. Now some unpleasant questions are going to be asked. So it's just.
I would prefer black here.
Yes. So I mean this is finesse with bishop b5 and bishop e2, which now looking I don't like. So not normally I could also play c4 and this Benoni is a bit different than the usual ones because I am intending always to take on d5 with the pawn. Yeah, so with the e pawn, and that way getting a more solid version of the Benoni, and bishop b5, you know, like this. Of course, Petersen played normally with bishop g7, but I think he missed this chance, and maybe white should stop it with the move a4, but he still went forward, and now again, personally I don't see why. This is like a very typical Benoni idea, and he should welcome this sort, no?
Well, can you say that black is a little more better prepared than white here? Probably.
Yeah,
He's throwing up something and white is a little worried or
No,
thinking.
I mean, in general, the position is nice for white. Here, maybe better to do it move earlier. I'm just suggesting a3, but okay, why is that good? Yeah, so this one somehow this position he likes for white. Yeah, I mean, or it's unclear. Yeah, let's say leading like to completely irrational positions. So okay, let's stick with the human
I guess
chess. Yeah.
it takes both of them out of theory.
Yes, if I were black, I would do it because I opened the queen side already and I managed to get the central pawn, start up some chaos. This would be my first choice.
Hendrik is maybe something like Jobava or Morozovic, trying to something.
Yes, so now we have Paul versus Alexenko. So this one, so I believe Paul is a younger player from America, yeah? And he's trying to not play the main Sicilian theory, which okay could be dangerous against Alexenko. So G3 D6, and I also like to use this setup. So black could just play D5, Knight F6, or Knight G7, G6, Bishop G7. Typical replies against King's Indian attack.
He played BG2 here.
Yes. However, okay, he can also do it here and now D6. So the idea is that I want to play with E5, and it's a bit delayed, losing a tempo on E6, E5, but it's well motivated, and D4 usually doesn't give white much. He could play this way, and it's very harmonious for the black side here. So
yeah, black is very comfortable.
yes, and it doesn't allow, if you compare this one to the most typical way to play. Yes, so this Knight BD2, Knight F6, this allows some very tricky King's Indian attack position, which one has to learn and be very precise. The king may be in the harm's way. Well, this line with Queen C7 is very positional. Yes, so there is nothing imminent here.
But normally we expect white to push a little harder for win. So here it is probably a little bit slow. Okay, I guess most of his pieces are still not yet out, and it's just a fianchetto to king side.
Okay, I'm just guessing what the players are thinking. If E5, white actually could play D4 and kind of simplify the game. I don't believe he has any advantage in this. Let's say Bishop G4 or even taking and Bishop D7. It's just like a typical position. But perhaps black is waiting with this so that after D4 he could do this. Now D5 and Knight to E4. And we have a situation which resembles the French. White pieces are a bit misplaced.
You were the earlier idea of D4 with liquidation, but in most cases we see grandmasters go for the ending against lower rated players.
Yeah, so this position offers more chances to outplay your opponent on the queen side, and yes, whilst of course white doesn't need to do it, but he needs to decide. So for example, if he plays like this, I still yes,
a slightly passive play by white,
yeah, so he could do this. Everything there is possible. So Vartiovara versus Doer, yeah. So
we have another person coming up.
Yes,
international master. And,
welcome, Erin. Yeah, so hello and.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for your visit, sir.
Yeah.
We will.
I'll get back to you after some time.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, Milan.
Okay, hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Let's see.
Yes,
What
hello.
awaits us today?
So, we already checked the first 5 boards and we'll get back to them. So now, let's check the game Vartiovara versus Doyer. And we have Catalan. Close Catalan, bishop b7, castle c6. It's all very typical. Bishop f4, yeah, there are some other moves. And now knight bd2. I noticed this move a bit new. Yeah, so knight h5 and e3. It's definitely possible to play like bishop e3. Black might react with f5, even like hinting at f4 sometime later, but it's a bit risky. So he played e3. So if black takes, which is probably going to happen already now, so which way are we taking? Hello, Bernd. This is our young guest. So
With the G pawn,
yes, with the g pawn, this would be my hunch, and then kind of play.
95 and
Yes, exactly. Have this. We have this Pillsbury knight, but is this really so good?
you can also take with the E pawn.
Yes. This is kind of like a safer choice.
Like in the Queen's Gambit.
Yes, like in the Queen's Gambit, and I will have safe king. I can utilize the H pawn here, even.
Yes.
Yeah, so I could play like this, knight g5. Sometimes even some sacrifices at some point. Knight d5, of course, also, and probably this I would have chosen. The downside is that sometimes our pawn on d4 might become isolated. Yeah, so this one is kind of maximalist approach that could work out very well if white manages to get all the time in the world. But I'm like somehow scared that black will get the typical counterplay, and I would try to avoid it with EF, and then I mean still this c5. It's a valid idea, but maybe now not so dangerous. And okay, let's say this, play h6, and rook c1. So if the center gets cleared, then definitely black is doing fine. So I mean, white will have to do something against it. I don't know what exactly, but kind of keeping the tension. So.
Or rook d1 and knight. I don't know.
It's always not enough, but we'll get more. We are on the way to become the best chess commentators in YouTube.
I think e3 is a good square for the knight in the last position.
Yes. So
rook d1.
Yes. So let's say
knight f1 and knight e3.
Yes, correct. This is
You
very,
can
very
go-
very typical. If we get the time to get here.
Okay, the queen.
It's
not so
a bit exposed there. So
c2.
maybe not a big deal, but for example, I play here like this. I'm capturing with the knight, pinning, and if he captures, yeah, then something like this, and queen takes d4. So, well, I think it's a reasonable position for black, but a bit unorthodox, and it seems that he prepared it, or else I haven't seen this one. So
Okay.
Petriashvili versus Krasteva, and do we have
Something like
some
color.
yes
Against.
yes, like Zuckertor. So by the way, when I was younger, I remember I played one game which was very similar to this. Okay, just
He played c3 in the first.
it was the different move order, but I remember that it was something along those lines. This
Okay.
now
Bishop g7.
I played c5. I wanted to change it up, and here of course I had to take or
queen a5.
basic or something, but I kind of it was just in the morning round, and I played castles. Yeah, so like no worries. Yeah, and suddenly happened this, and there was a disaster. Yeah, kind of typical motive, and I had this position which was Yeah, suffering for many moves, but actually I managed to hold this with black. Yeah, but this is
Okay, D5,
yes,
F5.
yes. Like this isolating and damage construction, absolutely like no chances for victory. It's only
Okay.
defending the whole time. Yeah, but I managed to squeeze out the draw in some kind of rook ending. And but he started with c3. This is like very daring. Like I remember once Magnus Carlsen in the Olympiad first round, he started with e3. And then he even played c3 in some rapid games. I mean, it's not so bad. Yeah, how bad could it be? We are playing as white, the Caro-Kann, yeah. So
Or C5, D4, it's Slav.
c3, d4, it will never be useless. But maybe e5. I would like to see. Okay, just occupy the center. It's kind of maybe like a good Philidor out of black. And here e4, it would transpose to some kind of Sicilian Alapin. Which is quite decent, yeah, I believe this one. Yeah. So could be just my hunch. But okay, knight f6, and she played classically with g6, bishop g7, and g3. I like simply e4 and maybe bishop c4, kind of standard development. But this one, yeah. Now e4. Now I wouldn't play e4. Yeah. So. So I have like slightly different technique. Maybe I'd play like a4, a5, trying to utilize this bishop, and maybe I could later trade and play knight c4, still keeping it open. I'm not really worried about e4 from black.
You would play knight g5?
Yes, knight g5 exactly.
This case, okay.
Yes, and maybe f3. Both,
to attack
both,
the center.
yes,
Okay.
both are possible. Okay, he played e4, kind of ruling all this out, and now rook one a5. I think black is equal. There is not much to say for
Queen
white.
c2 or a4.
Or maybe take a knight
Take
c4, yeah.
c4.
Okay, yeah, he could keep the tension. Maybe I'll play with b6 and target this one. Whenever white plays d5, it seems like it's not really in the correct situation. Yeah, that somehow he's not getting much. So I think she equalized. And Druska against her Agaf, we have 4 knights.
Four knights.
I know, and this is specialty, and many times he uses this line to annoy higher rated opponents, just to make
You know him well.
yes, and just to make a game a bit dry,
bishop
and
d3.
bishop d3 taking.
Be
But of
careful.
course, it still contains a bit of venom, and he knows all theory. Yeah? So like one needs to focus on it. So bishop g5, so far so good. There are some other moves. Yeah?
92.
Yes, exactly. But queen f3, bishop e7. I use the move rook b8 for black, and kind of like welcoming the trade. Also h6. I don't see anything wrong in this end game. Yeah, so
It's
just
okay for
yes,
black.
it's okay for black, and just yeah,
Bishops behind.
it's fine. So bishop e7, but this is now more complex middle game, and I know that in Milbert's Open tournament something like this happened.
Rook
Not
e1.
exactly here, but here, black fell into nice trap, yeah. And after his double attack, like, yes, somehow maybe it wasn't this exact position, but he crushed his
Rook e3
opponent,
or
yeah.
rook e5.
yes. So like
It's checkmate.
yes, exactly. So that was very nice. Yeah. So black has to be wary about it. But what can he do after rook e1? Yeah, it's not a big deal. Maybe bishop e6, or even bishop g4 and then back. So
Could be a good plan to go into
Like this,
an
maybe?
endgame, yeah. Bishop g6 and
The normal maneuver that Caro-Kann you always
yes,
going back and g6 and taking
This
out the
maneuver.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good.
maybe. So maybe
Well, that's
this,
a plan, let's say.
this is the reason why
it's
I played
good for the
h3.
king safety, yeah.
Yeah, bishop on d3 is very strong.
Yes, and I remember
Trader.
I was studying this
Maybe what
position.
you can play is a5 as well, and then bishop a6 to change maybe bishop.
Yes, it's also possible here to play a5. Yes, could be.
Because if we get gets to bishop a6, then it's fine.
Yes, there are some maybe issues with queen e2, but it seems to be all right. Yeah, even this or taking queen
Queen
e2.
e2, but it's not
It's not decisive. Yeah.
double attack. Rook
Yeah, he
e7.
can take here.
Yeah, it has to be calculated correct, but the idea.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
right, I mean, if he takes and then bishop e2, rook a7, so the looks.
Yes, it seems that this is working out for black. Yeah, so I mean, I have bishop e3, maybe even d4. Oh, I mean, could be. So, or just like I go here and because I'm perhaps happy with black here in this position, even c5. Why not? So. Yes, it's one of the plans. Yes, but bishop e6 is also solid, and yes, I remember studying this from the Michael Marin's book on open games, and here he mentioned the fact that exchanging the dark square bishop is not clear who is better for. Yeah, for black it gets safety for the f6 knight and the king. Yeah, but for white it gets access to the c5 square and the dark squares in general. So that opens possibility for positional play. You know, something like this. And if you might imagine some kind of end game. Yeah, I'm not sure how
Queen
to get
G3
it.
or-
Queen G3. I don't really want to do this. Yeah, I think black is fine, but yeah, you get the point. I think actually here it's reasonable that he'll trade it, and then if he manages to push in c5 later, then he has nothing to worry about. So it seems like white has to do something now, but maybe just. He will not be in a hurry, kind of like passing time. But I don't see a problem with black's position. Even a5 again, yeah, or c5. It's perfectly fine. So now let's swing back to our position, and it was a Petrov. Yes, so Thomas wants to maybe simplify the game or. Play with some margin of safety. So knight to c6, bishop d3, bishop e6. So both sides are waiting, and both sides could castle in different ways. Yes, but white usually castles long, because if you castle short, then also black castles short, and it's a bit dry. So queen to e2. It used to be that kind of a rule that when the queen went here, yeah, and something like this was happening. With the two bishops, but actually I don't think it's too much for white. Yeah, this kind of, and black could stop it with h6, of course.
Bishop f5.
Yes. So queen to e2, queen d7. So far so good. It looks normal.
Okay, we have.
I think normal would be a6, because I don't really want to allow this pin. It's a bit awkward, yeah. The knight d4, it's black queen side is under pressure. So, but okay, play a6 and then long castle. And I'm wondering, okay, what could be the problem? White could play c4, c5, or just like b3, king b2, but I'm not scared. And when something like this happens, I need to trade it and play d5, just as a rule. Yeah, I mean, not always. And the position is still symmetric. There's one brilliant game, Caruana versus Ponomariov, which is well worth a look at in this exact structure. But here, so he went for short castle, and this is a bit provocative. And okay, king b1, and I like white chances, and kind of brings back memories. A lot of Sicilian positions, but even this kind of Petrovs, which I had, and I think. Okay, it's just easier to play with white. I'm going to play h4, knight g5, or h3, g4, and I'm putting everything there. And this queen side structure seems a bit more sturdier for white.
Safer.
Yeah. Safer, but it doesn't mean that black cannot prepare something along, like, I don't know, rook b8, b5, b4. It seems a bit too stretched. Yeah? So maybe what black is going to do is just kind of control the position, try to trade some pieces. Yeah, so
Bishop f5.
yes, bishop f5 here. Yeah, it could be and just withstand the white pressure. Yeah, so something like this. Anyway, I still like white, but it might be playable. Maybe even f5 later. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yes, we will see. I think yes, the players are getting creative. Yeah, so bishop c5. So we have this gioco piano a4, bishop a7, rook e1. This is all very standard. So notice that white doesn't play h3, which I saw like many players with lower levels because there is h6 g5. But even this computer has some kind of reply with black, but. With white against it, but I don't like it. Yeah, I just always wait on this. And
I would wait to
yes, I'm not
delay
really
the
worried.
castle.
This is also typical, just for our viewers. Yeah, this is like a good reply. And this applies to all kind of Spanish positions and Italian. If there is no d4, yes, then this bishop g4 kind of lacks its bite. Yeah, so rook e1, exactly. Black might play knight g4, rook e2, so something like this, but I was never really impressed. Yeah, so now h3, h6. So now both sides are happy, yeah, so no tricks. Knight bd2, rook e8, and b4. Bishop e6 is a typical reaction. He has like three plans to prepare bishop e6, play it right away. Even here, I think we saw something similar. Maybe even yesterday. Yeah, there is like one trick that somehow here the queen is trapped. Yeah, so like this will be lost. So I don't know. There's maybe queen before. Look at it, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, let's. Let's just check. Okay, I'm curious that here queen b4. Do I have like? If I play rook b8, then this, yeah, but maybe
you can play rook b8 immediately instead of knight a8.
Yes, of course.
And then bishop
yes,
f2.
yes, exactly, yes. So, okay, rook e8. But by the way, I like for black this play 97. I think I mentioned it. 97, knight g6, c6. Yeah, pretty solid way to play. He played with rook e8 and this one, and now taking with the piece. Yeah, so logical. Queen c2, rook b1. Okay, I have to say I like white because he has very flexible pawn structure. Black might play d5 later, even d4, but white could choose to play b5 at any point. Even with c4 kind of closing down the position. Yeah? So he's waiting for this decision. I mean, what if he closes now? Because this is kind of like a principle, but now knight d4. Yeah, I mean, maybe I could consider this for white. I still have this majority. Maybe bishop e3. Maybe like this. And for black, it's not so easy to decide on the further plan. This position is still acceptable, but I'm just saying that, okay, maybe I'd like to stop d5 as white to not happen. Okay, but he went with b5 immediately, and now d4. So there I remember again c4 is option, or he must calculate something like this. But this. Yes, it happened in some top game, like the rook got trapped, and maybe it wasn't the full story, but it's a motive. So, or even bishop b6 and then trapping it. So this is like too eager for white. So this one, and now went with d4. Okay. The reply could be taking and d5 or something like this, but now it doesn't work.
Okay, the threat is d5.
Yes, so he needs to step away. And now, what do we have here? I think white doesn't really want to play d5, unmasking this bishop, and yes, just giving black maybe some later on some kingside possibilities, some like knight h5, knight f4. Yeah, it could be very dangerous. But so he doesn't want to take. Probably he wants to just keep the tension, bring the knight there to f5 square, and how could black react this position? Again, my hunch is to play d5 whenever possible.
Is it possible now?
Who knows?
Hard to say.
I have to say a lot of calculation. So let's say this one. It seems very nice for black, yeah. These kind of positions resembling open Spanish. So I believe like something like this has to be checked. And if I take with the knight, maybe he just takes the pawn and he's happy. So maybe I need to take with the queen.
But c4.
But c4 and d5.
d5 is...
And okay, my question is, this structure, does it benefit? If white was in time to completely smash black, then okay. But otherwise, black is going to move the bishop out, and maybe with e4, maybe it's a decent position. Can he win some material here, or knight e3? Maybe could be.
But you can take on e5. c4? No, c4?
Yes, and then just take, yeah.
Take, is it?
Yeah, that looks like a pawn, yes. I don't see why not. Okay, I can play like queen e8, but I just simply I can protect it, and yeah, that's a winning formula for white.
That
Yes,
would be in trouble.
so this doesn't work. Okay, can I do it this way? So
This
now
way.
d5, e5, knight e4. Yes, so using the time so that the knight vacated d2 square. So I went here. There's still nothing on the queen side for white, and yes, something like this could happen. If there were more pieces, then white could start some attack, but here not really. I was pretty confident with black. I could maybe organize c5, maybe. So could be viable.
Take on a6, rook b7.
Like here, for example. Yeah, you can do so, but still maybe similar problems that the rook might get lost. So, I mean, if I'm allowed here with black, I would like to also take. So rook takes maybe c6, and this I play this.
Pawn takes.
Just as a okay, like this position, white can go the nice square on h2. So this one is good. But he doesn't have the f pawn, yeah. So like now, black is very solid, and he could fight for the a file or bring the knight over there. I think it's a very playable position, but both sides have chances. Like this is a bit unresolved, the d5 pawn, and of course black doesn't want to move the pawns because it would create more weaknesses. White could play like this. Lots of play ahead. I think in this position it's like a typical gioco piano that offering so many transpositions and structures. So this one, let's check what Korobov played. So knight 5, bishop b7, knight bd7. Also, it was used to be played with knight a6. Yeah, somehow like this, and c5 and rook c8, and playing dynamically. Knight bd7 still it's a good choice. Yeah, so. Yes, rook c2, a6, bishop f4. Okay, my question is, what if black challenges this knight? Do I take it, or actually here I would? Oh, not really, because I take with the queen. Knight b5 no good. So.
Bishop, knight b5.
Yeah, like maybe this is the problem, yeah, that somehow. Okay, but you have still knight e4.
Yes. And knight b5.
Here. I was thinking about it, but okay, so now you can take, but I'm not convinced. Okay, I would take like this. And now my pawn starts. Okay, white has some compensation, but this cannot be the way to play it. Just h6, yeah. Or e4. I don't know, but this is definitely fine for black. So
okay, this position.
I mean, I don't want to play f4. It's a bit too much. It could be the move, but it's a bit shaky. Yeah, that some of this structure for white. Black could advance, and it's very committal. Yeah, I don't know whether good or bad, but
Knight e4 and f6.
yes, exactly. So I think that this would be logical. But instead, okay, he played a6, which is typical move in such structures, and knight f8.
Okay.
So bishop c1. So what is the finesse here? Why bishop? Okay, so
Went back.
he's suggesting that against this. Okay, saying that this would be happening. So this is a check. So he needs to take like this. And to be honest, I think black is fine. Yeah, there is no reason to be worried. Okay, this is my only weakness, but I could prepare this and maybe knight e4.
Yes.
But the position is a bit dry, not easy to make headwinds with black. So he wanted to keep this on the board, yeah, and just going here. And now white recognizes that he will need to play it anyway and transfers to b2. So some kind of a dance of the pieces. So e3. What can we say about it? I think it's always slightly better position for white, but full of players. So black might decide to play c5, yeah, just to challenge the white center. Again, I'm not so keen on f4, yeah. So I would like to maybe maneuver, maybe like queen c1, bishop a3, something like this. But black is fine. Black is fine. It's just going to be a long middle game, so no clarification yet. And we had Savita. So actually, I really liked how she played here. So bishop e7. I was suggesting this move, knight d7. It was a Rosoli move with early knight f6, bishop takes c6, and I think this kind of like a nice English position. But here I wouldn't take. I would just play castles f6. Okay, I understand that now she needs to decide where to castle. So long castle is a bit risky. Yeah? So this will be my hunch to play it like this.
f6.
But now white could play for this, but I'm not really scared, and I just like my beautiful bishop. I would even tuck it away like this. But she traded. Now bc as white intended. Bishop f6. Oh, I
f6.
f6 should have been the move, yeah. Okay, it creates some little holes, but it shouldn't be relevant, yeah. That, there's no light square bishop. I think, like for example, here I'm playing this, and then I'm casting or knight d4. I think she was seeing goats a bit. This creates solid structure, which kind of also blunts the b2 bishop and the f line later on. Whilst bishop f6 is none of that, and is like using piece passively to defend. Yeah,
That she will play g6 or g5. Yes. Okay.
Okay, it is some kind of idea, but I'm skeptical. The reason is that I don't have enough pieces. If I had like some yeah, at least the light square bishop, even then, okay. And the second reason is that white has no weaknesses, absolutely. If he had something, yes, moved, so-called hook, then okay, then this could suffice. But I think the Safari is just going to now triple on the B line. Like,
Queen a1 also.
Yeah, this is just the next few moves together with a5. And there will be like no way to defend this pawn. And then a5 is coming. Black would need to have a knight on d7 just to.
She has no enough counter play.
Yeah, yes. So we can see it through like maybe okay here.
d2.
Knight d2, and it will take so many moves to create something here, and already there might be some issues. Okay, so let's say to rule out f4, but okay, I play this. So already maybe I'm threatening to
h4.
do something. Yeah.
Bishop a3.
Okay, so bishop c3. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
And
but
the pawn is hanging.
yeah, actually bishop a3 is also strong.
Oh, also strong.
Yes, and now
b6,
it's like
a5.
double attack, and now okay, rook b doesn't work. And now it's
G3.
falling apart. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
How
But
to react?
maybe I would like to react in this way. If there is no sacrifice, then okay, it's getting slightly scary. Yeah.
Rook H3.
Or maybe
No,
this.
not this.
But okay.
Rook H3 and Queen D7
Because
looks dangerous.
Maybe, yeah,
after
yeah,
H3 you
true,
can
true.
sacrifice.
Yeah, you can sacrifice
Queen
and
D7.
then mate is coming in. Yeah.
The white
Already.
queen
White
is.
figures are far away from the king.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
manage to get all the white figures on the left side, and on the right side is open.
And I could defend with knight f1,
Yeah,
but
that's the only
it's
piece.
yes, it's
But that's the dangerous thing.
yes, yes.
Okay.
This one is going to end up in mate, yeah, but
But we can take on. I
Or-
think it's better take on G3 and take again.
take twice, yeah.
Take twice.
Yeah, so that this knight is
Yes,
not
and knight
jumping.
F3.
Yes, yes. Okay, there's something, but not enough.
Knight F1. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. This one is very solid foundation for white king.
Bishop G5 now. After taken, it's the white now.
Yes,
Knight F1.
knight f1. I also knight f3. Maybe
Bishop
possible,
C1
but-
also.
And now this is fortified, yeah. Yes, now I could actually return to the king side and having already won a pawn. Yes, so there are some alternatives even here. Not sure about this. Bishop a3 is logical, but maybe I would play bishop c1 anyway, so that because I have enough. No, black cannot really hold this, yeah. So I mean, this is what I want to say, that the queen side will fall, yeah. That's for certain, yeah. And maybe better to have the bishop already in defense.
The weakness here.
Yes, and it took many moves, and white also doesn't have to cooperate. Yeah, I could play f3 or f4 at any moment, and I just don't believe
It's probably better to put the queen on E2.
Yeah, somewhere. Okay, it could
A1
be hit,
is.
but yes, yeah, it's ambitious. Yeah, that I wanted to win the pawn immediately. Yeah, so. This is of course completely unforced, but yeah, she put the knight on g6, and now
Okay, that's the current position.
yeah, knight g6. But now this is going to fall definitely. Yeah, so not sure what is.
Yeah, she wants to play G4.
g4, knight e4, and to omit h5 and to try some piece sacrifice, but okay. A bit awkward. Where do I have to put the queen? I just need to decide.
D2.
D2, and then you have to go
Okay,
back there with the
no,
knight.
you're
So
right.
okay, I'm maybe waiting. Maybe bishop
King
c3.
H1, but okay, King H1, Knight G1
Yeah, it also could be.
to
So let's say
probably H5.
yes. I would like to save on this move and play rook J directly, but okay.
Bishop C1, just
To attack the pawn,
and then go with
G4.
the bishop. Oh, go to G5.
On here. Well, the
Then you
knight is a
can-
bit exposed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe now he's being lost. But
Okay.
But okay, I think we should focus here because then we are going to win. So like this. Okay, let's step back here when we prepared it, and now she cannot advance. So let's say I don't know, knight f4. There's also g3 maybe, just challenging the knight, or what is she going to do? Because okay, I have one question: is black in time to do something like this? No. Because I would like to manage king a8 and then rook b8 at some point, and then maybe, but it's also very shaky, some bishop a5 coming. No, this is so black cannot really defend the b7 pawn, I think. So like my only concern with white that there might be some miracle that she manages to block everything, like something like this, that not rook b8 but something like this. And then I don't have don't have breakthrough. Yeah, so this is what I'm concerned about. That but actually no, I'm going to take. I'm going to take.
Play F4.
Yes, exactly. And then the queen is stronger. Yes, so yeah, those are ruins of the pawn structure for black. So
But it's
Okay,
double-edged,
it's a bit scary,
not so clear.
especially in practical game. We see like the original thinking. I would just play f6 short castle and put my knight on e6.
Me too.
Yes. But this one is okay, enterprising. I think today she's going to pay the price for it. But so we see. So we saw this kind of waiting period in English. And bishop b6, bit cryptic move. I wouldn't have played. Okay, so now castles. So let's say bishop b2, and white cannot really castle. Can he play like g4, knight g3, and launching an attack? But again, similar as in the previous position, I'm not so keen on it. So I mean, let's say something like this happens.
Knight g3.
Knight g3,
F5.
f5, yeah, and black is well mobilized, yeah, so I don't expect white to succeed over here. Maybe do the better just to play like knight d5, then like kind of this position. I know that this occurs sometimes, and okay, white is some
F5.
edge, but yeah, now f5. Okay, it's reasonable. You like to play also f4 maybe, yeah?
Some threats on the diagonal.
Yes. Yes, it's this one is reasonable for black. So yeah, maybe not e4, yeah, maybe e4 is premature, but then again I can castle, yes. So I need to decide what to do now. Kind of like waiting policy. And with black, what can we do? Something like maybe I would have done h6, bishop h7, knight f5, kind of like probing moves. Very sure. This one is pretty solid, the queenside formation. If white has something to break it, or maybe just bring the rook first and then start this action. Still, it's going to be a long struggle, this one.
Is it possible to play e4 and g4? No, with white.
With white,
Instead of rook c1, e4 and then g4.
Yeah, to stop any kind of breakthroughs,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
It's possible.
Knight g3 later and then d4 and castle.
So now black has to start
to
his
open.
counterplay, yes. Oh, you need to take.
Now it's time to castle.
Yeah, now
D5.
maybe casting.
Okay, the
D5
pawn is
maybe
hanging.
drop the pawn.
But
So
knight
black-
g3 and queen e2.
Yes. It's similar as like knight of h3
Yes,
with white. That I'm castling, but still kind of hitting at attack. But
So some ideas,
yes,
d4.
it's not easy for black to.
Also to get the knight.
Yeah, maybe he needs to play this move and then d5. Yeah, just kind of like going for it. And
But no d4. d4 is strong.
d4 for white.
Yeah.
This is strong.
Not sure, but
It could be, yeah, some kind of
it's so clear.
magic, yeah. So yeah, I could take twice of d4. Then queen b7. No.
It's not so easy to get the knight to f4, so
Yes,
it's possible to play it with
this,
g4.
yeah, maybe you gave me an idea that. But now actually this, yeah. And now I'm still pinned, yeah. And okay, maybe this one is not so bad. I have some kind of counterplay. I would rate this whole position as equal, and still there's too much going on. Yeah, so if white doesn't play, then no c6, but black can dream about f5. Yeah, so
Okay.
Petkov he was playing this queens in the end, and I mentioned yeah, bishop d2. Also, I use this line. If the idea is that if black castles, I want to take it like this with the bishop, and
Go for e4.
go for e4 if allowed. Yes, exactly. still, I think it's possible. There is like this. I mentioned to our viewers, always this trick. Yeah, so just yeah, he should avoid it. Maybe maybe there was this line with f5, something like this. I'm pretty sure it exists. That this not even taken on b2, but knight a6, some compensation for black. Yeah, but
Of course.
but he played d5, and this again this slightly inferior structure, but similar to Korobov. He has some kind of dynamism, but I like this less. Yeah, for black, I think white is better. So
If he takes, how to take back?
yeah, so probably
Play
he
with
can,
the hanging pawn.
yes, he would like to play it, but
Ah,
he will
okay.
lose one of them. Yeah, so that's the problem. So.
Okay.
But okay, maybe he could, you know, interject this
And then
and then. But I'm still. Okay, so let's say this. Bishop f6 I take. And then c5 falls. And otherwise, okay, d4, is this working? Not really, yeah. I think white wins.
You can take on e5 and then try e4, but black
Yes.
will lose at least a pawn.
I think he's pawn down in that bishop endgame, like kind of situation. So I think this already he's in trouble. Both pawns are hanging, and
It's a good square for the knight.
at least
Such
he
positions.
defends. Yeah, but might try to prompt him to move. Okay, I'm just thinking that okay, is this any good? That now I want to put something on d4, but maybe d4 now.
Bishop b4. Yeah.
Yeah, bishop. No, normally I would have been happy just to then bring the bishop back and.
It's possible to play f6.
Yeah, like also the knight is a bit awkward, but
Can you take on c4? No. No.
okay. And black maybe doesn't have to do it. Maybe just this. Okay, here the rook could be awkward, yeah. So, and I don't really want to play f5.
No.
It's ugly move, yeah. But who knows? Whatever works, yeah. That like somehow maybe it's fine. So. Okay, this was just a direct example. I think white is better anyhow. Like even like with queen b3, rook d1, something like very standard, and just an edge. Because usually the hanging pawns they give you some activity or you know some kind of breakthroughs. I think Spassky is
possible to push
one like model game on this with d4 breakthrough, but this one. This one not really. And actually he played c5, yes, so...
Okay, it came.
Yes, so this c5. But now, okay, I don't believe... so that's why I suggested this, because kind of intuitively I already...
Play against the
dislike this
isolated pawn.
for black. Although sometimes it might be possible... I would still pick white, and some slow game. Will commence. Yeah, so
f3 also.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It's not so easy to still solidify the advantage. I would need to like get the knight out and play bishop d4, something like this, and then I would be like pretty confident. You know, just sample line. If this works, that then I want to play like e3. I want to trade some pieces, and then this is my target. But yeah, still. Lot, yeah, to calculate. E2 is hanging and so on. So, and here actually I was suggesting to play b5 even before. Now finally he did. So, but I think it's less a version because it allows e5. Yeah, exactly. Like I was suggesting to play b5 over there. Yeah, I didn't like what Bernansky did with bishop b5 and bishop e2. Even here allowing b5, but even so more so here, yeah, b5 and we're seeing that engine suggests a3 and with some equality, but I think yeah, I would already take black, yeah. So but okay, now he played b5 and now e5. So the reason is now there is no b4 here, so he needs to take.
Was it possible to play a4?
Yes, that was also my remark that here. Okay, let's say I missed it. I will play a4 here. Yeah, just to stop it. And maybe he didn't like that it loses another ramp, and then black switches plans and he plays with e6. And now he wants to take twice. So let's say this position. And maybe even objectively this is far too little for white. That okay, I have some d5 and so on. So that's why he decided against. So I wouldn't play. So I could play with c4 this position, or just knight c3 and this directly, and like this would have been like my approach. That yeah. So let's say this h3 even to stop anything. After this I play this. After this I play this.
This was Benoni.
This is kind of a Benoni d4 c5.
Oh, okay. And
which
d5.
is slightly inferior, but yeah. So let's see now the game, and they went for e5, d4, knight d5, b4 now, and he is forced to get back. Okay, so but wasn't able to take that on b5. No, not really. Okay, so this one.
a6.
I mean, the white knight is without play, so c4 managed to protect. Yeah, so if black takes en passant, then the knight takes c3. It's convenient for white. Yeah, I also think it's like around equal. And I have a question. So this.
If the knight is hanging, no, okay.
Yeah. So now, do I need to take with the knight? Oh, actually,
you can also take with the queen.
Because this doesn't. Yeah, this loses the a rook here. Now I see. So. No, but even such a position like this could be played for black, some knight bd7, so on, but knight c6. Yeah. So of course, if he played queen c7, okay, I like it. What about bishop f4? Prefer maybe just take a knight h5.
Bishop f4.
Yeah, I think it doesn't work. Like it would maybe decide to move, but now maybe we are losing material. Yeah. Like it's
okay, you cannot play knight g6.
It's all falling down. Yeah,
Yes,
so
that's the problem.
yes. So he played knight to d3, and now intending bishop f4.
If possible.
Could black? Okay, normally I would trade the bishop, but this is pretty strong piece. Maybe even stronger than the. And
the bishop.
Like I would like to do this now. d6 probably doesn't work, but I would like to do now this, and if I manage to do this, then I'm very fine with black, but I'm not in time. And I can't do it with the queen. Queen is notoriously like bad blocker, yeah, and it will be swiped away, yes, so I don't like this one. G3, bishop f4, yes, exactly. So now, what can we do? Yes, bishop f4, rook e1, then if white gets into play, then he's much better, yes, so e6.
Knight bd7, bishop f4.
Yes, bishop f4 and
Queen b6.
Maybe it's not so horrible, especially if I going to take with the knight and then get back, but white will, okay, let's say challenge it.
But now the
yes, I'm always worrying about some blundering, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't work out, that somehow black will be hanging.
Yes.
And here, so let's say, which piece do we take? Maybe this one. And now this is hanging, so. But it's big, awkward, yeah. It's
for white.
This is much better. Yeah. I would say that.
Better pawn structure. And
yeah, I'm only hoping. Yes, I'm only hoping for this e6. So I want to get rid of all this, and even so, like white could allow this to come through and play with knight c4. It's also reasonable. You know, this b3, but okay, some tactics. If it takes, then maybe. Maybe
that's
black
okay
is alive.
for black, but d6?
d6, you want to keep this passed pawn. Maybe knight h5.
Okay.
now. Okay, white could sacrifice the pawn with some kind of compensation, like I don't know this.
This.
He has to calculate what is e5 or what is like. Let's say. I mean, here this is quite scary for black, but he could also take maybe this pawn, like very, very greedily. Yeah. So, I mean, now the d6 pawn stays alive, but okay, maybe.
Knight g5.
Knight g5, yes, is kind of.
Queen d5 if e5.
Yes, yes, this one was too optimistic, yeah, for me. Yes, so I wanted to play maybe bishop d4. So now I prepare f5. I wanted to encircle this.
Take on d4 and play c5.
Yes. So you want to give mate, yeah? So if I take, so how does it go? Just a question. So if I take, you're just going to take the exchange.
Or knight
but,
h5.
Yeah, I'm looking at some.
Knight takes and queen f6.
Yes. And if I
Should be mate. Rook e5.
Oh yes, of course. I'm just
That's
like
funny.
Joking here. So
h3.
h3 is going to be checkmate.
But black
Yes, of course.
might do it better here. Queen, but c6 is a threat
Yes, even so, yes, and then everything falls apart.
because of the
Yes.
this covered attack.
Now this is a very nice idea. Maybe white wins this one. Okay, so queen a5, we play this. I'm like aiming to create some confusion here, but maybe okay, just rook f1.
Okay, if you take on a2.
But I'm getting the knights in, yeah, so this has to be good.
Okay, promoted.
Okay, let's say here,
Okay, check again.
or you can start with this one.
Okay, but the queen is...
But still it's fork, yeah. So,
Okay,
but the queen is defending, yes. So,
check and...
I don't know. This one?
No, you can play knight
No, again, yeah. Similar motive, yeah.
No, it's not possible.
But you now don't have the attacking rook as in the previous slide, yeah.
No, but before knight h5. Now knight h5.
Here,
Yeah.
yes, you could do it, but
Okay.
where is the mate? Because I'm already having play of my own. Yes, so.
That's good.
Yes. So it seems
Yeah.
black is winning, but yes, is by the way, yes. Now it's relevant because okay, you need to do c6 or something,
Okay.
or you can maybe do it this first, yeah.
Okay, b3.
B3. So now I have the option to play knight. Yeah. So but
The rook is hanging.
the rook is hanging. Yes, I know. But
That's the problem
I
here.
want to take everything with check. So let's say this one. I need to go here. And now. Yes, but somehow it's not enough for
It's
black.
not enough, no.
Or okay. Oh, this may be.
This could be enough.
This
Okay,
could
queen
be.
f6 and d7.
So what do you play? You take here, but maybe now I have the pawns. No, but it's promoting.
Queen f4.
Just maybe this because I'm threatening. This is like very strong attack suddenly. For white.
Ah, you are right.
So okay, what should black do? It's
That's a knight h5 and then you sacrifice. Very nice.
yes. So here c5, queen a5, and then knight h5. Okay, can I just defend like normally? This one. It's now it's not quite enough for white.
Okay.
Black is enough forces
Make
that.
f5. Make f5.
Yeah. Okay. So just a moment. So
Knight h5, yeah.
f5. Yes.
And then now c6.
Now c6. But how does this work? I can play this.
Take the bishop.
Which bishop?
The knight take.
Yes. Okay. But how?
You take
It's
the-
not enough, no.
You have one last fork,
And that's it.
and that's it, and then black starts to play. Yes.
Is it necessary to play c5? The position.
Yes, it's
Here,
like
here.
like here. Immediately go.
Yes.
But now I'm already ready for with the 5. So I think it was a strong idea. Bishop d4 and then f5 on anything here, and I'm pushing white forces back here, kind of defending the f6 square.
Five is good, yeah.
Yes. So. But he will not need to resort to this kind of position. Like if we take a look at this one, he just played yes, one. But black at least managed to get. So he traded the bishops and now no d6 because actually the queen is trapped. I mean maybe he could even enter this one white, but let's say it's around equal. Yeah, so 2 rooks for the queen. And the
Black is better developed.
black is better.
The c4 is hanging.
Exactly. Like it will take. Okay, I need to play like
time
quick
to-
a3 to. Oh, of course. So he disliked it, and also like c5 might be falling. But okay, he just played this.
Okay.
Yes. And now I'm going to play 92, 94. Yeah, so that is no nonsense here. This is just like very straightforward. I'm having a dream Benoni with white because this is like a blocker. Okay, but it's not enough.
It's a
Like,
good blocker.
It's a good blocker, but white has
The e7 is-
yes, such a big pressure all over the board, and
Queen g3 and
yes,
taken.
and this is like this is weak, this is weak, like
Too many
also
weak weaknesses.
yes, exactly. And this is like the only strong part of the black force which white could circumvent, yeah, by just let's say doubling on the e file and then b3, and then there is like nothing on this diagonal. So it should be more or less winning for white. Yeah, this is fantastic Benoni.
Black has no
And,
counter
and Alexenko, so
A4.
here, yeah, we discussed a4 kind of
to prevent b5.
yeah, normal development. So now white is aiming to play e5, so provoking from black, and just trading. And I think this is a pretty smart choice from white because he's not better objectively, but he now has a very clear plan: occupy the light squares, c4 d5 squares, and it's very safe. Yeah, so like this happened in one. Nepomniachtchi Ding game which white won, and but this was from Spanish, yeah, so like a different style. But I wouldn't play
Looks
f4.
like Spanish. Yeah.
Okay, like if I was him, I wouldn't play this. Okay, the problem is that yeah, 97 was really smart. That I cannot really do this because then my structure is ruined. Yeah, and black is a very nice play. So not like this. Okay, so what can I do?
f4, not really. No.
F4 he played, but I'm not,
played,
yes he played f4, but this position I think it's nicer for black. Yeah, with the two bishops. Also like some b4 might happen. I'm not really scared of white coming after me because he's the one exposed, yeah, and I have 2 bishops, so I should never be in problems. Yeah, there's some like I don't know bishop h4 ideas, and this whole thing
Shouldn't open
somehow
the
I like it
position.
up till this point. Maybe he needs to go with that knight and just stop b5 entirely, but you're not really sure what could have been done. Because yeah, also maybe this plan was whole bogus, yeah. So hard to say, but it seemed to me like a solid choice. Maybe something with the queenside play, and not really.
To bring the knight
If
to
it was
e3.
white to move, I would play this and bishop h3. This is like desirable, but he played g6. This is a strong
Okay.
move, and now b5 all makes sense. And now I really don't like here.
Is it better to play knight f1 instead knight c4? This knight c4 is...
Yeah, like knight f1. You can go this way also,
And then,
and then this. And
then a5.
if
You cannot take knight c4. Oh, you
I
can
could,
take.
yes. Yes, and
Okay.
if you manage to have it blocked, but even so, like this position, it's already black is getting his play, and it's a nice position. So somehow in misplayed. This is a better plan for Spanish. Yeah, I mean for this that the bishop is on a2. Yeah, it's a much different situation. I mean here on g2 is a bit stuck. Yeah, and so maybe this wasn't the best, but Alexenko, yeah, he played flexibly. So after knight c4, he was ready to play b5, and d4 not really what he wants to do. Like we were discussing it before on stream, like something like this. It's always nice for black.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually better. Yes.
Good square on b5.
So
b4.
what does white have to play? Something like knight c2, knight e3, something like keep the flexibility. Maybe even h4. But I don't see exactly what he's doing. Yeah, and Alexenko wants to play b. Oh, not yet, but you know he can prepare it and push all the way to b4. This one actually was really smart. Okay, let me look at the opening. He didn't play. Like I was even thinking, like why bishop e7? Why not knight f6? Does it have some point or now? Only now knight f6. Okay, maybe it's the same setup and queen c7 because I would expect e5 here. This is normal way to play, but no, he didn't. He played very smartly with queen c7, and
That was okay. And then
somehow where white made mistake. Yeah? Like it still seems very normal. Like even what he did. But then he's already facing some questions. Yeah, so b5 is going to happen, and none of the plans are satisfactory for white. Yes, so maybe also rook e1 was premature. Okay, hard to know exactly what. So let's say this one. I could play with knight c3 or c4 knight c3. Maybe this could be the plan. So
and then d4.
and then later d4. And if this, okay, we have some kind of. This is normal, some kind of symmetrical position.
Blocked center.
Yes, yes, or we have kind of entering the Marots, yeah, but what is, how did it begin? Yeah, so it has to be
Without bishop on g2, okay.
with bishop on g2,
Maroczy
but this
have the
play
bishop on
twice,
e2,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it has to be fine for black, but maybe I would have chosen
That's
c4.
easier to play when
Yes.
the position on the board. Yeah.
I mean the current position.
No ideas.
Yes, I mean black will just play some steady moves and then he will open the position on either side of the board. Yeah, so let's say
There's many options. Yeah.
yes, exactly. And
Perhaps bring the knight to
but
g3,
not maybe so
but
bad, but it's a bit tankless position. Yeah, like I don't know what I'm playing with white. So
okay, knight df1, knight g3, but
yes, I can do that. Kind of
and
fighting against f5, which I could do
also
still, or I could play like
okay.
this. Yeah.
Okay, queen
Also
d2.
very logical, yeah. So, yes.
Take.
Some kind of rook b8 I want, doubling, I wanted to play. But
Draw.
also, yeah, many options. And I'd say it's advantage for black.
Also f5 is
Yeah, f5, there's also this kind of bit annoying thrust in the side of the board. Yeah, so I think white will have a lot of work to do. Yeah, so like yes, he's doing worse. And Vartiovara, so here he took with the e pawn.
Oh, okay, not with the g pawn. Okay.
And
took on d5.
now CD,
and then
yes, when he played b6, and actually this one is.
okay.
I don't like what he did somehow with knight e5 because it helps black. Maybe I want to just Okay, just kind
Queen
of.
C7.
This is a bad knight, yeah.
This is a
So
bad knight.
yeah, Queen C7 could be considered, but I think he will just trade it. Normally speaking, I would like to do something like this. I want to triple here.
A3 and then
Yes,
triple.
A3 and then Rook C3, and I want to jump here only when he jumps on F6.
Yes.
So this is like the black bad piece, and I think playing knight e5 here, it's a positional mistake because now black has nice development and everything covered. Yeah, so here,
Traded the good knight for the
exactly. Yeah, and now yes, now it's very pleasant. The question is, okay, maybe Queen B8, Rook C8. Even the pure two bishop endgames are very promising for black. But he could think about F6, about, I don't know, B5, B4. There's so many plans, and I also think that he's going to prevail in this game. Yeah, so long term for white, this is very difficult. Yeah. I think he's already considering playing A3 and putting the bishop here. This is like very nice construction. Now where to go? Here the knight is a bit awkward. Here is passive. Yeah, and now I could like
Rook C8.
yes, and this is like forever. It's stuck. And maybe he can hold it, but it's I don't give it like big practical chances. Yeah, so I think black is going to win. Petriashvili, Kraseva. So here we have this C3, kind of equal position.
Okay.
Let's call it King's Indian, yeah, symmetric. But now he indeed played with D5, so he had to do something, I assume. It was also possible for black right at this point, because I don't like bishop B7 to be met by D5, yeah, so that's why where I would like to do it this way, kind of more fluid play. And if D5, okay, I'm going to do this
Or
at least.
you can take on D5.
Yeah.
The rook is, I'm not sure, but
The rook is hanging. No, it's
should be okay for black.
it's okay. Yes. So therefore, okay, why not?
And the pawn is hanging.
Pawn is hanging. So let's say Queen C2. So maybe like
C5. But
yes, but this ugly pattern. The problem is that okay, if I yeah now no, but actually okay,
no.
this is the problem. C5, yes. Okay, now I'm going to take. Oh, it's just
C5. Okay.
yes. So just an example, and then maybe Rook C8
Okay, yeah.
or Rook C8 directly. Yeah. So the queen is a
And
bit
then
exposed.
knight C5.
And then Knight C5. So I think
some targets,
this
yeah.
dynamic play has some merits. But she played Bishop B7, and this allowed D5, which okay, still I wouldn't be too scared, because now B4 is not going to happen so easily. This. Okay, still, so Queen E2, and then, so yeah, she needs to protect.
This happened?
Yes,
Okay.
this happened. Bishop A3. But we can see that move by move, I think he's outplaying. Right. So now he has a better bishop compared to this one.
It's not possible to trade here.
It is.
Pawn
It is.
takes,
Yes,
and
and now, okay, I would be concerned about some quick B4. She
B4.
block, like okay, but this pawn
But the
will
pawn
get
will
lost.
fall.
Like it will take some time, but it will be lost. So not like this. And otherwise, okay. As white, I'm always concerned that I will not open the board. Yeah, that somehow. But this one, for example, it looks pretty nice for. I think not possible to take because Rook B1 and C4, trapping the Rook. It seems like that to me. And if not, like okay, then I have already the A file access. Yeah, and you know it's the type of position where engines gives like advantage. Yeah. Definitely advantage for white, but how to find the precise path. But okay, this I'm pretty sure that there is. Yeah. I think I will find the way somehow. One knight to C6, one knight to A6. You know, and this is completely like playing for one goal. Yeah, and black doesn't have anything. There is no kings in the end attack. Yeah, so it's just suffering in endgame. Yeah, so I think. this is going to be won, yeah, in the longer term. But none of this happened. Yeah.
Okay, she
Yes, she went queen g4 and knight h5. But how does this work? Because if knight f4, queen h3, then I take the knight. So there needs to be something more for black.
king h1.
Could be, yes. I think it's a good move. Just anticipating f5. Not really sure. It's not getting anywhere. Could she then
Queen e2 or
maybe just think? I don't know.
c6.
Yes, kind of it's paralyzing for black. Usually there has to be the way to dislodge this queen. Maybe now she goes back, but if she returns to this kind of play, then I think she's going to lose again. This ending is pretty
Better for white, yeah.
tankless. Yeah. So anyhow, it's and that didn't even work, yeah, because now rook b8 wins. I mean, she would have to give up the, but how? Yeah, so this I think she's in big problems here with the queen on c6. Like she needs to, maybe she needs to get back, but then it's fiasco. Yeah, so I don't really see if f5 was supported by more pieces than, but f5 f4 is nothing, or f5 fe4 also kind of falls flat. So white will eventually start taking pawns. Not yet, but kind of rook b5, rook a5, and I don't like it. So there,
Okay,
played
C-
g6, king g7. It's a useful move. Yeah, and he could play this forever, and I think he'll find a way. And Druska, so Druska, he played this kind of drawish for knights, but it's going on. Bishop d7, solid move. Just anyway, if he allows this trade, white is maybe slightly better. Yeah, I mean it's also not much because black is very solid, but it's maybe good to keep the equal material balance, meaning that I have everything defended.
The idea is to bring the bishop to c6.
There are several ideas. I could play a5, a4, yeah, or this bishop c6.
Trade the rooks.
Yeah, I could trade all the rooks. Yes. I mean, this is what Druska is doing, but usually it was against 2600-2700 opposition, but now he would like to win. So
g5 is not possible.
yes,
Knight h5.
Yes, exactly. This is a nice motivated. Okay, now
Take on f6.
yes, and now this, yeah. So it's like
In between move.
yes, it will not end up well for black, but knight f4. So okay, we can just do this as planned.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
just I will be pretty confident that it is fine for black. And not much. Even the reason why I should be worse. I have the central pawns. I have some space. I could play queen e5. Okay. It's also not really worse for white. It's just equal position, yeah, typical equal position. So I predict a swift draw in this one. And yes, we didn't check this. I am just looking because it's interesting position. Rouser, king b1. And now he took. Yeah, I think this is still well known. 92, typical motif. Now c3, but why c3? I don't like to play it when I don't need to. You probably move g4 or h5 if it works. But h5, h6, then it's a bit difficult to break through. Yeah, but g4 is quite known. I think there are some reasons. I was checking that here maybe h5, and like it's a bit awkward how to pursue my attack at h5, h6, then it's a bit bottled. But I could still play both moves. But c3, h6, e5, logical for black, and a5, queen b7 with the idea of pushing b4. Not really now. Okay, for white it will take more time to prepare it. Yeah, so let's say.
And then you can try g5.
Then I can try g5, but it's still like not so fantastic. But it's true. After b4 I will take twice. Yeah, so maybe this has some points, and black can't really castle. Yeah, so how can he meet the g5? He could do something like this, but already the position is getting more and more open. Yeah, so this will be our target, and I also don't like what black did. Somehow this a5. If there is no b4, then was this any good? Yeah, maybe.
It's unusual.
Maybe he could have considered playing d5. Oh, but
If it works.
There is this kind of awkward moment for the black queen that was this, like a ping pong ball. Yeah, she's being thrown around this. So this is the problem. Yeah, I think it's crucial to realize this, but still, or maybe just castling, but there is castling into it. Sometimes black could play like this, and now white returns and
g5.
yes. This there will be no kind of pushes there. Okay, it's interesting router. I think okay, c4 is a bit unusual, but maybe still around equal. And the game position, I'm not sure if he can manage to push through. And somehow white's attack seems more realistic. Yeah, so you need to do some tactics, some
Okay,
bishop a4,
b4 takes, and then rook b8.
like this. Yeah,
Not to take.
yes.
Okay.
Let's the punch.
Okay, knight h5.
Yes, but I could let this happen. I could play also maybe b5, kind of positionally. So it's
Okay, bishop a4.
yes. Maybe this is some hope for black, but like even such a position. Yeah. So let's say take. I'm going to play like this, and I have this defended, and it looks nice for white. Yeah. So
The white king is more protected than the
true.
opponent's one.
Yeah, so interesting. But now maybe is also. I'll just check it for a bit because I'm curious. So Caro-Kann, but g6 they used to play h5 now. So
h5 almost.
and I don't know the exact reasons. Perhaps this is one of them. That's okay. Now Jaren Lusinger didn't want to draw. She came here to play.
Would be possible,
Yes.
of course.
And even she could play this one. Okay, why not? Because now I can go here, bishop h6, yeah, so I have to
Stay on g8.
But I already have 3 pawns, and okay, I'm playing maybe with the long castle, or maybe this. Queen e8.
Queen e8.
Now this.
Probably.
Okay, but I would take this
And then
position probably any
g4.
day, yes, for white. What was this really? Here's the game because I doubt that he could have allowed this. Like, or are we missing something?
As you said, it's better without g6.
Yes, this is better without g6, so no sacrifices will be allowed. So now he defended it. So he was concerned about it. So I think it was just some kind of blindness for both.
Okay, then.
Yes, but okay, f5, f6. So she created some weakness. Maybe she's hoping for g4.
Okay.
So now
She's
bishop h6 is a threat, yeah, so now what to do? I don't want to take right away, activating the knight, so let's say this. Now,
Mm.
let's go.
You can also play knight d5. Oh, okay, you cannot play.
Yes,
You're
yes,
right.
okay, so let's say,
After this.
let's say this one, and it does look very scary for black. I don't know what is going to happen, but so far, so good maybe.
Bishop h6.
Bishop h6 here. I have some knight f4, but it's not. Actually, now the g4 point
You can
is
take
not.
on. You can. Okay. Okay, take on g4 and the rook dg1 and
Yes, but
f5.
now he has enough defense here, so. But okay, we can prepare it. If we want to do it, we can play it first, or maybe trade and knight f4 and then do it. Yeah, I have a feeling that something like this, and then even maybe sacrifice on g4. Like how? Okay, is this crazy? With some, you know, g file is opening and he has to solve some tactical issues. So
Queen f4. You can take on f5. Give check.
yes, and win the piece back. Maybe this is winning. So
And
okay,
go back with the king to
you can go
h7.
like this, yeah.
Yes.
And now maybe
The idea is to play
queen f4
to
next.
trade the queens. Yes.
Yeah, so I need to go. Yeah, now this is far too little. I assume. Yeah. I mean, I could continue, but the knight is already active. Yeah, so this one is crucial.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe then like this. Okay, let me do it this way. And now I'm
Rook e1.
rook e1, correct? Yes.
Okay.
But now we haven't sacrificed anything, and we can maybe g4. It's just like a sample line which I want to show. We are going forward. Yeah. And g5 we still push on, and okay, could we exploit this somehow for white? Maybe bishop g6.
Bishop g6.
Or k7. It's dangerous for black. So or even bishop f5 and playing for ending. Yeah, like somehow in similar position. I would trust white bishop, yeah, because there are already some targets. Yeah, I could. And
Bishop f3.
you know, the king is also boxed in. So of course there is knight d3, but get my point. Yeah.
There are
So
some interesting
Yes,
ideas.
so and this one is not forced. Yeah, I could again I could prepare it or something. But okay, he's going there. So let me play maybe this and then g4. Yeah, maybe even doubling. No, I like white. Even in general, I have bishop and majority, and he has some kind of attacking ideas, but
will
I'm
play
quicker.
C4.
Yes, yes. So I think this game wasn't so
What's
great.
the position on the board? F6
so,
came. Okay.
yeah, queen d2. This is the last move, and this one is hanging for black. So okay, maybe rook f7 is decent, but then I think black is on the back foot. Yeah, so
Okay,
Okay,
rook f7.
and those guys trading. Okay, it came to my eyes like this.
Okay, wait.
And that, is there some tactic? Not
Take on
quite.
d5.
It doesn't work for. I mean, I just.
We'll lose a piece. Or
So
rook e1.
in the end, yeah. This one is a beautiful tactic, yeah, for our viewers, and everything works like clockwork for black. But is there a way to maybe bishop e4 and then c4 somehow?
Okay. But you can take on. No.
No, but
Bishop e6 and then.
I mean I could do.
Okay, bishops.
Okay, this is silly, but you know I can do the following. I can take here.
Take bishop c6.
Bishop e6, like that was my idea. That somehow. But I think this is a losing ending for black. Yeah, but I'm just showing
Okay,
you
and
that
bishop c6
bishop c6, and what's the difference?
to play.
Knight c3. But still, it's
If you
rough.
take on
Like, okay, this position, I think, is not going to end up well for black. All the pawns are going to be lost.
bishop b1, but
So,
it's better for white.
yes. So, okay, the only, because it came to my mind after this, so bishop d7 is like very safe for black, but wasn't he victim of some tactic here? This is like the only way that such position could be lost. That you kind of underestimate the opponent's chances, and you. Okay, so bishop c4. We said bishop c6, but bishop e4 is the move.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it possible to take on e4? This is the. But we have seen it. What else can be
Okay,
played?
there is something similar than before, like here, but just with the bishop on c6 like this, maybe offering a bit more hopes. But I really hate this endgame, yeah, because white will just
Okay, check and rook c8.
yes yes
You
exactly
win the
just.
c pawn.
Just picking up the pawns, and black might win these pawns, but white will be always quicker. Like I wouldn't even calculate this for black
The b
because
pawn or the a
because the
pawn.
king is there on the king side defending kind of black's advance, and these are free passers, yeah, so it has to be lost. So the problem here is that okay, does he have now he's thinking like so obviously not with the knight, but is there a difference if he takes with the bishop, or is it the same?
Okay, when you take again, the queen cannot take. Okay, knight takes.
Yeah, but this one is even worse, yeah, because the rook is passive. Now I could just capture it, so that not even tricks in that line. So like what happened here? So no, we are praising black for solid play, but maybe it just has completely overlooked this one, yeah? And maybe it's one of the tricks which exist in this position, and you know. Maybe it was wiser just to allow this to come through. So let's say this one. I like white tiny bit, but the knight is very nice, and I could play like this.
G6.
Yes, and it's like very equalish. Yeah,
Also d4.
Yes. Yes, d4 when I need. For now, I'm waiting with it. I can offer
Rook
the rook trade.
e8, yeah.
Now it's like very safe position. Yeah, all in all, safe position. Whilst bishop, maybe at this position he realized his mistake, that now he's thinking, but now it's too late. Yeah,
Bishop d7 was
like it seems like a blunder.
mistake. Yeah.
Or at least I don't see a way for black. Maybe is there something I don't know. No, it's already plus one, and even he's suggesting c4, just
Bishop
hitting the
c4.
knight, and why not this? Because he suggests that this ending
And
is maybe,
with bishop c6.
but it's also
We have seen it.
yes, it's also like
c4
like plus
queen
one,
e7.
yeah. It's also nice, but c4 might be even stronger, yeah. C4 and just now bishop e4. Because now we have a good version.
Take on d5.
Oh, take on d5, oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Now we have a queen endgame,
Should be
which is strong. Yeah, so
okay.
c7.
Pawn up.
It's
It's the same.
Simply
Take.
this, yeah, simply this. And how do we rate black's chances? Like, I think most of the time he's going to lose
Small,
it.
yeah.
Yes, because I will create passed pawn. My king is very safe,
Black
typical
cannot
formation. Yeah,
trade the queen.
and he cannot make a perpetual check, so he has to like defend for a long time this one, and I think
Queen
unsuccessfully.
c4 and b4.
Yeah, so at least practically this is going to be won, yeah, more often than drawn. Yeah, so
It's hard
let's
to
say,
defend.
yeah, but this is like the only way for him. Yeah, so okay, so now I think we could take a small break, and now then continue. We see on the board number one, perhaps it will be a draw, and Yes, we'll see you soon.
Later.
Yes, yes. So
How to switch them?
yes, I will take a break. So. Okay. I thought it would be a good idea. Yesterday it was exciting. Yes. Yes, I put it on standby. Yes. Okay, great. Later on, also some guests will arrive. Yes,
again.
viewers, welcome back. And we left the first board at this moment, and I expected some fireworks here. Maybe even G4, yeah, something like sharp for white. That didn't really work. Or knight d4, but I think he chickened out a bit and he offered the queen trade, which definitely is not the way to get some advantage, but it's very safe. And maybe as the leader, he's protecting his position. Yes, exactly. And he still gets some minor chances because of the, let's say, tiny bit better minor pieces. Both the knight and the bishop are better than its counterparts, but not to a large extent. Yeah. So, for example, if bishop f4, then bishop d6 is going to happen, and it probably is going to peter out. Yeah. So
Very equal. Yeah.
very equal. He played the g4, and okay, now what happened next? So he had some kind of light square strategy. So bishop d6, good enough. Rook e4, active move. King
Good
g4,
square for the knight.
and knight f5. So what is the white's idea? Is black rook trapped somehow, or?
Is
No, I don't see it.
knight e7? Is it possible?
Yes, knight d7 is typical move, but just the first question. So what happens here? Or
Interesting.
what am I missing? Okay, there could be rook g1 simply, prompting the trade, and now g7 is coming, but interesting. Yeah. Now this whole structure is falling apart. Yeah, so this is quite strong. All right, so at least I understand this. And now what about? Well, 97, I could at least pretend that I'm better here. Yeah, in such a position with the bishop, it's certainly more pleasant. Yeah,
Slightly, but
yes, the pawns are dominating the knight. Yes, so I don't know, rook d7.
bishop is the better minor
Bishop-
piece.
yes,
Yeah.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly, and I think. Psychologically speaking, this was the correct decision, it seems to me, because maybe the attack wasn't really coming through, and after all, black has done nothing wrong. Yeah, so bishop f6, knight d5, he would have, defended. Maybe in this position, black got a bit too comfortable. Maybe knight e5 was called for. With this, I'm going bishop f6. If trading, maybe I'm completely fine. Maybe, but this also cannot be bad. This is like typical Petrov structure, and yes, but somehow maybe he missed this knight f5 because it changes the complexion of the position. Like maybe he was expecting just f3. Here, what was the idea? I still cannot see it because it's like
Bishop g3, but the rook should...
this is a bit puzzling. Like why rook e4? Like usually it has some kind of finesse here that I want to double or something, but even here I don't see it yet. I mean, white could step back or bring the king, and he kind of dominates the position. So
Okay, bishop f4 would be possible. Okay.
yeah, I mean here bishop f4. Okay, I could keep the bishops. I guess you want to trade everything after king d3. Yeah, so maybe I go here.
Okay. Rook.
Oh,
e2.
rook e2. Yeah, rook e2 wins. Sorry. So also bishop
King d3 is...
But yes, but I didn't want to allow this. Yeah, I mean this I would say it should be.
Yes, rook e6 and knight e7. Oh, okay, it's hanging.
Yes,
Okay.
So it's like still tiny bit uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that he's going to lose this, but just okay. He can advance. He has better king. He has nice pawn chain on the king side. like a little something, and especially I know those positions, especially in rapid games, or let's say against weaker opponents. You'll more often you'll win this than not, but I assume Laurus is going to defend it. Yes, so like hard to say. Like yeah, some precise moves would be necessary, and I think probably he's up to the task. Yeah, so 96, but White could try it. Yeah, and it's absolutely no risk. It's actually. The more I see, the more I like it for White. Yeah, what is happening, because Black, I think, drifted. Yeah, around the queen trade somehow.
And he played rook 3-4 or?
No.
It came in the, okay.
This is the current position. Yeah, so.
Okay.
But I was wondering, like even what was his initial idea, to force f3 and just to force the trades, maybe something like we've seen. But 95 is even stronger, because bishop f4 now f3. Yeah, so and this knight is, maybe he missed. Is it possible he missed this line, and now somehow it's all going down in flames. Yeah, so this is the problem, that he doesn't have, like, normally there should be some move, but I don't see it. Just going to lose those 2 pawns, and he'll be crushed. So yes, so I think after 95 he's already in trouble, because then I'm not sure what we suggested. Some 97, yeah, was the move. So there could f3 could happen.
Rook e6.
Yes, or even take an f3. I don't know what is the best choice. Maybe I like to capture this one.
Okay, you can
Yes,
play
this
bishop f4.
Yeah, this is what I was suggesting with nice advantage. Yeah, nice advantage for White. This is only one side can win, and that is White. It's not lost, but it's uncomfortable for Black. I think he's really kicking himself that disappeared on the board. He played 97, and I think we'll see this line. And Visach won. Okay, this is sort of a shocking development. So we saw this. It was a complex gioco piano. B5, D4. Yeah, that's. I have a feeling I saw some C4 games, and even with D5, it's kind of like this whole structure. But D4 here, take. Rook 8, simply he attacked there.
Oh.
And he crashed through with tactics. Okay, so it's clear that if he takes with the knight, I have d5.
You can also take with the rook. Okay.
But he took with the rook, but he was victim of another pin, queen f5 coming in. Yeah. This is surprisingly strong for Black, apparently. So maybe some missing the calculation. So this one, okay, I can play d5. Also, bishop takes d4. But let's say this.
Queen takes on c7.
C7. So yes, it can be greedy.
And then take on d4.
Can I play e3?
e3.
Oh, okay.
Bishop d4 is good enough.
Yeah, bishop d4 is just simply too strong.
And then e3 and
yes, and then also the knight. Actually, Black is well set up. Yeah, so he's cruising here. Yeah, so.
Was so this or?
Yeah, because it's a bit shocking. It looks like this is a normal position. It's defended 3 times, but it's not.
If this is working, it's quite
crashing.
lost here.
Yeah, I mean the rook was hanging. Not sure what he missed there. But now
he lost
another pawn, yes. But I think it was already lost because without central pawn, and how could he play it? So I mean here simply he's going to win the c1 bishop in those lines. Yeah. So he played rook before, but knight is for another nice move.
Okay, queen e1 is.
Yes, this queen e1 will be always the idea, and just look.
Okay.
And here is and so this is a cold shower for White. Yeah, 3 pawns down and
b6, c6 or rook e5 is both possible.
I mean, this will be a visit for the White king, and that's over. Yeah, so I think so. We should maybe see what was the so. already d4 was a bit shaky, but can he defend it? Maybe not. Maybe already.
Was it
it's
possible
falling.
to take on the knight on d4 with the knight? Take back with the knight. This should be easier. Okay, this one.
At least to prolong the game somehow like this, but it looks okay. I can still do this.
Also,
But okay, just to get some glimmer of hope that okay, okay, because this position or bishop f4 I could play. Yeah, I mean, but rook f5 it's awkward. Yeah, but okay, it's still at least it's a game here. Much better for black, obviously, but should have been tried at least. F5 probably is not improvement on this. Not really, yeah. So d5, knight d5, yeah, something like that. So I mean, after f5, I could still play this and I don't know, claim that here I'm pawn down, but I'm alive. Yeah, at least this is still no.
okay, e4.
Yes, I understand. Probably I'm going to lose, but I have some hope. I mean, in the other position, this was because he lost immediately the second pawn. Yeah.
The game ended.
Yeah. He already won. Yes. There's attacking everything and too many tactical weaknesses. It collapsed like a house of cards, like this whole position. So.
Knight h4 was.
But really nice win for black. Like he anticipated the central push and maybe he calculated all of this beforehand. Yeah, and Leonardo missed some tactics. So and knight is desirable move to get there. And but
And then he took on b5.
it's like
Okay, this position.
Okay, d4 is of course a typical move, but I like it when there are still the bishops on the board and there's some maybe hopes for attack or it's already the knight is somewhere on f5. Then I like d4, but to do it here, it's really committal. Yeah, so
You also mentioned c4, I think.
yeah. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's nothing special, I would say, but. Okay, at least there will not be a disaster in the center, yeah. And I will play slowly, maybe even g3, and this should be the way to go. But plain simply didn't work. Yeah, so he saw vulnerability on the e4 square. So Korobov versus Rohit, and we had this one. Coincident, but I was saying it's going to be a long struggle. And this trade, of course, black is fine. The question is if he can play for advantage. Knight c4,
Okay,
kind of a
okay, well,
pinning play.
but-
Okay, so otherwise black might take on c4 and rook c7 and all this. So I understand he decided like knight e3 any good. Maybe,
Okay,
but
then
it could be,
he
but
would go back with the queen.
yes. I mean, in this type of position, okay, I would say that this is more active bishop than the other one. But on the other hand, black is fine. Yeah? He might jump.
94 and
Yes. Like this is also passive bishop, let's say. So, okay, I think they went into this.
it's forced.
Okay, queen to a1. So he doesn't want to trade the queens because b2
The rook,
bishop is in problem. So take queen g6. I think this is actually quite smart from white that he managed to trade the rooks and now he went back. And I think he is. I will say he's better because black is well coordinated and he has some h4, knight e4 ideas. The light squares he will be. Attacking. So actually I think that white should be the more careful side. But of course it should be around equal, but I can imagine that for black there might be some pokes here and there, and for white I don't see, like, this bishop is bit silly, yeah. So where we will put it? Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
useless.
Yeah, so normally I say the two bishops, but the structure is really favorable maybe for the knight. Yeah, so I like black slightly. Yeah, so Safarli against Savita, and Whitsun knight e6. Yeah, so this optimistic attack. Yeah, so and King f8, rook e1. So he recognizes the weakness in the black position. This is this gaping hole on f5, and especially when the king arrives there. And that happened, but now she needs to go back with the knight e7. But that's admission of strategic failure. And now he will prepare all of this plan, and this one was actually beautifully done, I think, because now there is no attack, and
I've seen he break through.
yes, he's going to win it. Yeah, so there is not much to talk about. He won the b6 pawn, and black's position is permanently damaged. Yeah, so it's not only the pawn, but I mean, he could at some point he could play knight f5. He could go back. He could also, even target the c5 pawn. It's completely winning. So I think this was a nice lesson, like how.
Much better bishop. Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
it started from the move 12, like, and even here I just wouldn't give up this bishop so easily. It's light square bishop.
It was the wrong plan, I think.
Yes, just f6 and castle's short, and she's very fine. But this one already yes.
Bishop f6, g5.
Yeah, to be honest, after g5 it should be lost. But even so, like, this is uncomfortable. Some 96 and castles and just defending. But this wasn't her plan. So clear win for Safarli. And here we had English, and it already ended up in a draw. So don't you go? But look at what happened. Was this really King f1? No, this can. I mean, I know this plan exists, but
Okay, because
like I suggested,
h3 is hanging.
I know I suggested bishop b2, knight d5, rook c1, and kind of normal play, but he went this way. Okay, maybe there was no way to use it. Bishop b8. It is also like. Took a lot of time, and just to get here, meet this king, but
after c6.
But it's too far-fetched. Yeah. Then he lost the pawn. Knight e3, bishop f7, and he offered the draw. Okay, this is.
It was wise.
Okay, this is a bit funny situation. So when I play against let's say slightly lower rated opponent is black, I'm okay with the draw. But this one, there is a large disparity, and he was the whole game he was playing for a win. Even he chose like a rather fighting opening, and then white got the upper hand, and black offered the draw at the moment where there is still time to accept the draw, and like both of them know that this is not much better for maybe close to winning, because he might just come back and b4, a4. It's a clear pawn, and but all the pieces are on the board. I understand, but I think maybe I will speak with him because this signifies a lack of confidence. Yeah? If one wants to be a strong chess player, he should play this out position, and especially even like I would rather lose than make this draw. You understand my point? That I had actually similar last year position against Dmitry Kolars, and even that was kind of a pawn, kind of similar situation, but of course different structure. And I rejected the draw, and then it was like equal, like I missed my chances. Then I even went on to lose, and I felt very badly. And so I could have accepted the draw, but I, like in this position I really wouldn't. Yeah? So like black has just a clean pawn down. There are no kind of imminent threats, or there is no d5, no f5, no. It's just the pawn. And how could have this happen? Like
But he lost the pawn here.
he just did it voluntarily. Like what could be the rationale here? I mean, already the position is like this plan was a bit suspect.
B6, but
Yeah, b6, but then there will be no c6. Like kind of like what is
the
this?
poor
Yeah?
bishop.
Yes, but okay. Let's go back. Like how even this knight f5 is somehow seemed a bit strange to me. That why knight f5? Maybe now knight d8 and then is the idea from the closed Sicilian, yeah, something like this. Then at least
then-
I have mobile pawns and.
Bishop b8.
I mean, yes, I might even give up this pawn, like, but this one is much more. Even that is kind of a pawn, but maybe I might play b6 just to.
There's some counterplay and
Okay, maybe white is better because actually this was a real creative transfer of the king, castling by hand. Yes. Because normally, if you think about it, these castles and king h2, those are free moves, 2 moves, and here there were 3
the
moves,
next move.
but it was like really handy. Yeah, so it was worth the time investment, and somehow Demchenko didn't react properly. Maybe he has to take like this, then play f5 for counterplay. This knight would kind of get in the game. Just some ideas, because now at least the queen side is stable, yes. So maybe this was the way to go. So all in all, when you are in similar position, you have to play this with white, yes. So okay, so Petkov against Vairau, and he decided to take on c5 with the knight, and Petko occupied the d4 square, and he took a bit of a change of structure, but it might be well motivated. So now I thought he's winning a pawn, but a2 was hanging. Okay, queen a4, good enough. And now he took. So now there is a pawn. However, this position has a large drawing tendencies. So let's say rook takes c5, rook fe8, and then he takes on e2. So that's very equal. So now rook c2 here first.
More precise.
More precise, but it shouldn't be enough for win. Even queen d4. I'd be quite confident that I make a draw here with black. Even with the pawn down, but here I'm not even pawn down, yeah. So like
Take and rook d1.
yeah, I can do with either rook, but let's say this one.
Yeah, rook.
No, well, now I will have this kind of this I would like to avoid.
And some
Yes, because I have weak back
back
rank.
rank.
Yes, that's the problem. So okay, not this, but okay, let me
queen
go
b4
over here. Yeah.
or a4.
Yeah,
b4 is
Queen
okay.
b4 is also a move,
Rook
yeah.
c4.
Just maybe going back here or here. Yeah, it should be no problems for Jakub Vairau here because true this pawn is weak, but it's also a passed pawn, yeah. So like he might support it, yeah. So like all the way down, and okay, white is in no risk, but did he have to do all this? So like up to this point, okay, this knight takes e4. Interesting.
Okay, and then he
Could he play? No,
actually
he has
e6.
big pressure on the e4. So he was forced to release this pressure.
Okay, he must take on e6.
This one is like quite forced. So even up to this point, I liked it, and maybe could he just keep it?
Something like
Bishop
e3?
c6 also, but e3. Okay,
E3 is
e3. I'm
okay.
taking the c5 pawn. Yeah.
Okay, but first take on f2.
Yes. Okay. You can do so. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Yes. So.
no, okay, but
Okay, the king is a bit weak. Yeah, I agree. Like this position also should be held by black. Yeah, but at least okay something. Or here rook c2. Just I want to keep the status quo. No, just to not give up this pawn. Okay, e3 might be even here topic. Can I just I don't play f4, and no, that's not really the way to go. I mean, here the problem is if I mention, I would like to play e3 and b3 at once, and then I'm kind of winning, but I'm not in time. Yes, you are right. This e3, but okay, I would play this position instead. Yes, so give me this, maybe. Yes, so I'm constantly taking with the king, and then.
Is f4 possible?
Even
Okay.
like this, okay, I want to. I'm playing here.
F4 instead of.
Yes, I was thinking
But
here
if you
f4.
get the pawn.
Yes,
it's
I think
risky.
it's risky. The pawn could be defended. There are some like rook d2 incursions. I wouldn't go for it. Yeah, yeah. So that way, somewhere around here, I have a strong feeling that it is like much better for white. And
You can play b3
yeah,
now.
b3 now, yes, and then e3.
Yeah.
Now it's pinned. And like if something like this happens, this kind of position, then I think white is big favorite to win, yeah, because he has a lot of improvements and
The pawn structure.
there are a lot of
is
weaknesses,
bad.
yeah. So he could creep forward with the queen, or anyway, yeah. Just as even bishop endgame is close to winning. So I think after queen a4, I think he has nothing here. So I mean he went queen b6, I believe. I mean I would stay active with queen a3 and just keep the a2 pawn. Tap and just like there is no danger. Okay, he went here and kind of defended. It's also okay.
He will lose the pawn, but
Like it's also a question how exactly. Yeah, so
no.
there will be some. Of course, there are some backrank issues, but it should be all right. And even if he loses the pawn, should be more or less okay. But. Yes, if he manages to get this in, then it's completely fine, yeah, because white pieces have to block it, yeah. So he kind of needs to lose it now to make it more interesting, but I don't know. It seems fine. Although I prefer queen a3 there, but it's also fine.
Ooh.
Bernatsky, yes, winning. So this one was devastating, Benoni. So he might play 94 at his leisure, yes. So like and just maybe win some material. Not
C5
really,
cannot be protected.
Yes, and he's also pinned on the e file on this diagonal, yeah. So it's a disaster. Yeah, so I think after a few moves, black can resign. So they're still playing apparently. But it's pawn down, and I could.
You can take on rook is
yes, invade.
it's losing.
And simply this, and mate is going to follow. Yes. So now the game all versus Alexenko, and we saw this position interesting middle game lesson. I think that. He decided to play on the queen side, which I like. So like it's not so risky as on the king side. And now, okay, white struggles on, but at least he defended the first onslaught. And maybe given some time, he could think about redeployment. Okay, with black, I would like to do this and to rook b3. I'll do it.
E5 is.
Yes, e5 is ominous. Yeah. Also like this f7 you know, is a big problem. Okay, so I can actually it might not be so bad.
Also, take on d6 can be a problem. But
Sometimes,
d5.
but yeah, that will win a pawn for black. But how to proceed?
Okay,
Yeah, so
you can put the bishop.
I could put the bishop back, but somehow.
Okay.
Can I challenge this knight? Maybe not really.
F5, is it possible?
5.
It would be okay if white would trade on F5.
Yes, will probably keep the tension. You can
Bishop c6.
Yes. Maybe tiny bit better for black, but it's not so convincing. Yeah. And what about this position? You take with the bishop, but then this knight is bit, you know. If you take with the knight, that's tempo. But okay, perhaps better to keep the bishop like this. But also
Different
like
colors.
yes.
Bishops. If you take
Then
with
maybe
c4.
some drawing tendencies. Okay, this one is better for black because it's like a pawn up, yeah, essentially, or just a poor pawn structure. I think I should avoid it. But okay, just one idea. He could also kind of stay put. Maybe rook. No, this one is hanging. Not so easy to make moves now. E5 not good. EF5 also not good. I don't know. King H1. Just I don't know what to do with white. Kind of useful move. Now I'm staying. Yeah, so I also don't see what is next for black. Okay, so let's say it's around equal. Maybe slightly better for
Slightly
black, but
better for black,
maybe he lost some part of the advantage. And Vartiovara against Doyer. So we saw this much better for black. Much better for black.
Very comfortable.
But also instead of playing a3, white got an a3, so which is maybe good news. And now before take. Okay, how are you thinking? Can he take? Maybe knight f4. Yeah, suddenly it got a bit out of hand for black. Yeah, so how could it be? Hey, Kyra wants to join us? No. Okay, we have some spectators here. Cheers. Yeah, so h5. Why didn't he stop it? Just to. Okay, because he played h6. Apparently he could play h5.
It would have been easier.
It's easier because he has the two bishops. Cheers. And he. Okay, he shouldn't be afraid of some g4 ghosts. Yeah, it's not really existing in the position. Or I would maybe ignore it completely because h5 it goes with the idea of giving mate on the dark squares. But I have the dark square bishop and white has not. Yeah, so like okay, he can do
Should
this.
prevent contemplation.
I go b4. Like. No, just
Okay.
b4, bishop b5, kind of. Okay, I will allow this. Yes, okay. You can go there, but my position is completely safe. Yeah, and I have some.
You have the right bishop.
Yeah,
on this
maybe
side.
this could be a weakness in the end game. Yeah, so like it's not clear to me that I should be worried about some. I think h6. Maybe it's some kind of time travel. We can see that he's only 6 minutes and some kind of nervousness scripting because this can be the way to to deal with it. And now bishop g5, but now okay. Suddenly we get like
What's happening here?
yeah, yes. Suddenly white is attacking here. Yeah, so
Oh, something went wrong.
okay, but maybe still bishop g5.
Okay, take on h5, probably, or
You can also maybe queen.
go back.
Yeah, you take and you go back, and still maybe black is a bit better because this one is shaky. Okay, but white has some targets. Yeah. Suddenly everything is weak. Like from this beautiful position, black has this. Yeah. So like it was very unnecessary. Yeah. So
And queen d3 is also possible instead of king h2
yes, of course.
to protect the pawn.
Queen d3, maybe even bishop d3. Anyway, so I think he allowed far too much counterplay in this kind of position when there was none. Yeah, like even this g6, king g7. I thought that it's a useful move, but He should have considered maybe playing a3 there and here. Okay, this is like a bit puzzling game, so.
He shouldn't trade the
And
rooks.
even why he take on h5? Like okay,
Bishop g5 is also okay.
Bishop g5.
f4 and then
go back or this, or
b4.
I don't see the threat. Like what was he worried about? Like I have the bishops
Much
here
more comfortable.
controlling the king side. Yeah? So it's like maybe I would say that this is like another passed pawn potentially. Yeah, yeah, with the two bishops. Yeah, it's
in the
something.
ending,
Yeah, the ending is good. Yeah, so I just need to trade queens and I am like more or less winning. So it's like some weird decision making. Maybe he was trying to. As it often goes, that he was satisfied with all this, but he wanted more. So he wanted like punish white for this. Maybe he was thinking, okay, it's just a pawn, and he will play h4. But it's like with the queens on, it's very risky. Yeah? So okay, we'll get back to it. So now Petriashvili is on winning way. So we saw this. Kind of king's Indian position, but white wisely returned with the queen and just consolidated. Yeah, so not allowing now transposing into this position. I think given black time knight d7 knight c5, then it's good for black, but he didn't get it. Yeah, and what was that? Yeah, the knight couldn't be taken because rook b6, rook b2, but this one. And simply protecting rook e3, g4, rook e5 looks winning to me.
Rook e4 again.
Some like tiny difficulties, but
rook e6.
rook e6 seems very logical. Just if we are trading one pair of rooks, then it should be winning.
Easier.
I'm also considering playing this, but then that allows rook counterplay. I wanted to simply win this pawn, but that's too fancy. There's no need for
rook
this.
e4, rook e6.
Yes,
Winning.
let's say this, and should be easy job for white. Yes. Druska against Raga. So we saw this curious blunder, bishop d7, and he punished it. But
It ended in a rook ending.
Bishop c4. I was expecting bishop e4. No. Yeah, actually, so this was his idea. So maybe he missed this. Because why? Okay, so here both c4 and bishop e4 is better. So it's hard for me to understand why this. Because now it's black's
Missed the
turn.
opportunity.
No, maybe he missed this queen d5 rook e1. Yeah, otherwise I cannot explain. Yeah, because now like did he want to do this? Or like queen to okay, so I would say about this position is probably winning for white because the d7 pawn is far too strong and yeah, there will be also always some tactics here. Actually, it's directly winning, but in general this domination. But this one with king coming in,
Okay,
king,
rook e3.
king is under,
But
but then it's
no.
equal pawns. Yeah, so black king is in time. Yeah, so.
Better for black.
Better for black, yeah. So now like some calculation. I was like those king and pawn end games, yeah, and it's like a lot of
Calculation.
task on leeches, yeah. It's like or any other side. Yeah, that basically you have to calculate here who wins. I don't know, yeah. So it's perhaps it's good for black, but you know, yeah. So, but this will okay. You would like something more as white than this. Yeah. So this happened, and king. I think with active king, I feel that he's already out of danger. That it cannot be like even in general, like this. I have active rook, active king. Okay, there might be some hiccups along the way. So let's say I don't know this, or maybe rook c7 directly. I don't know. Yeah. So what is this position? Also should be drawn. But okay, some chances for white. Yeah. But okay, let's do it properly. So rook c3 and go rook e5. This is a big weakness.
Mhm.
What can I do?
Rook e2. Okay, we help.
Now, black's pawns are a bit vulnerable. Okay, so it's maybe not
This is the last chance
not
for
so
white.
simple. Yeah, I think because rook d5, I may play rook c1 simply. So I think rook c3 seems to be like the only move to try it. Maybe rook e2 is the best that black has, but okay. Again, I don't like this kind of position. It might be held, but this one I would rate it as big chances for white. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going on both weeks, and this one is trouble. So
A passive rook on the 7th rank.
yes, even here, how it went here, black to move, isn't something better there? Like, is this stupid? Okay, now he needs to take,
Queen takes.
and just here go, and you have this passer. So I cannot. I think. Can I play this for win that I go? with it?
Probably. And Queen f4, King e2.
Yes, but still, I'll have the checks, yeah. So it's maybe like this, that it's going bravely, but I can see it like this one. Okay, so once again, Queen e7. Does he have this?
Check.
And rook e2 maybe, but no, just this. Now we are running. So okay, the queen endgame should be more less drawish than the rook endgame. Yeah? So therefore, like this kind of position, I think it's very dangerous for black. Yeah, I would say almost lost here, because white will improve the queen and he will win one of the pawns, and he has also a nicer king. Yeah? So I think if this would be the choice, then not. Yeah, like. I mean, I only liked like one line there with the perpetual check ideas, but King H2 is quite strong, I think. So, yeah. Okay, let's get back here. So, he played this one, yeah, and now Rook C3 will follow. Actually, something. What happened here? Rook d5. I wasn't sure about this move, because can I defend and just like, okay, how? Because it gives me some time. I could take it cleanly.
But you can play rook e5 and rook e7.
That is the problem. That is
You
the
can
problem.
take
And
on
you
f7.
take
Or yeah, okay.
both ways, yeah.
Both ways.
Yes.
But you will get the a pawn. Okay.
Yes, I will get the a pawn. This is a win. Yeah. So rook e2 was necessary. This, and now rook e5. So still, I think we will see this ending, and rook e7. This, I think, big chances for white, but not entirely clear. Like,
Can you take the h pawn?
I think you can, but
And then you get the a.
it takes too much time. Yeah. So okay. Let's calculate this one out. Yes. Yeah? So, okay. What are we playing? H4.
Or f4. f4 and then rook f6, and then the pawn is running.
Yes, but now we lost some time. So okay, this one, I think. Okay, we might sacrifice the rook. Yes, so it's exciting line, but also a bit risky.
Okay. Have also the g pawn.
Yes,
Now you can give.
you have 2 pawns.
But
Okay,
if
okay.
not enough.
Can you?
Okay.
No, so let's say King H3. Okay, now
Okay,
maybe we are
rook
going to.
C8.
Yeah, but our
You
pawn
have perpetual check.
is vulnerable. No, so maybe H equals 2. But I want to do it quickly. Yeah, so okay, let me try this. So this one, I will give this check. Okay, is this winning? No, h6. No?
You can attack the pawn.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, g4.
G4. Oh.
But it might be well losing, yeah, so like, I don't know. But now I can't cross the C line, yeah? I need... Okay, but this seems like a win for white, no? Time...
Okay, king c5. Yeah, cannot push the pawns.
Yes, okay. Yeah, king d6. Okay, now I go a7 and I'm in time, yeah? And I will win queen versus rook.
Yes. Wow.
No, but this is like silly analysis, like... But okay, something like this might happen. You know, I thought that this one is maybe easier. That if I play like h4,
okay.
and I will not look at it, I will run directly. So like what I want to do is to gain some time, and then bring the king perhaps.
Okay.
But this is also a bit
Also not so clear. A5.
not so clear. Because I don't want to spend the time taking. Okay. White.
Shall we ask Stockfish?
Maybe this. No, I refuse here. Yeah, okay. This one is. I simply take the pawn and I'm running with the h pawn. Yeah, this is the way. And now I
We
have
have
three
three
pawns. Yeah. So
pawns,
okay. So
yes.
maybe you can take one, but I can also block then your pawn.
And
Or
then
you can run, but then.
both are running.
But this has to be winning. Yeah. Somehow, we can just take the pawn. Yes. Yeah. So this one is going to be winning. And if yes, then okay. So let's say a5, but then again I will take it. I will go into such similar endgame. Yeah. Okay. Now king before rook b6. You can try to win this, but I think black is far too slow. No? Like I can do let's say this, and then I'm running. And
You can also trade the rooks.
or
The white pawn is
yes,
faster.
yes. Or you can do like this. So then now I cannot trade the rooks, but okay, I will go. Okay, I will go directly. Yeah, like what? Just to be my rook is already defending this one, and I'm running cleanly with 2 pawns. Yeah,
This is winning.
this is winning. So I think he's going to make. Actually, Rakov played king to d8. Yes, so. But maybe it's about the same, and the king is also passive, yeah. So like what? I think he's going to lose it. Like okay, maybe he wants to take out like this, and just like very much he's hoping that somehow. I mean, king e8. I have rook e7. So he's just hoping for something like this to be draw. But I doubt this. It has to be winning. With the white king active and just grabbing the
King
pawns.
g4.
Yes, it's a win. So I think so. We are making jokes out of four knights, but no. And in this kind of position, I think he had absolutely like nothing, but he managed to trick his opponent. Yeah, so this is also part of the game, and he converted. Now, let's go back to Laurus's. And we have a pawn endgame, and it's going to be a draw. I think this is a disappointment for white. Like, how could this happen? So knight f5, knight e7.
Okay, he
Two.
played 90. Okay.
Yeah, bishop f4, I like.
You've seen it. Okay.
And this position, I think he should try for 100 moves and maybe succeed, yeah. So b3, okay, he could also like play a4, b4, knight e6, maybe. Okay, bishop g3, I would like to keep the bishop out at knight g5 is awkward, yeah, so knight e8, f4 is logical. But maybe it was too hasty. Like, I have a feeling that this
F4
position...
rook e7.
Yeah, somehow he simplified it too early. So the way how to play it, so rook e7 I played this,
Bishop on
and in
a3.
general I am also stepping away from the e-file. Like, I want to keep one pair of rooks on the board, and even rook endgames are bad, and like this.
Bishop
Okay.
a3.
Yes, bishop a3 coming. I think okay, it should be a draw, but I can play this whenever I want, and I could improve. I could prepare maybe c4 somehow. I don't know, bishop e3, c4, c5, like, and this is going to be a long torture for black. And I think after f4, well, somehow I missed the boat because now bishop a3 knight f4 check. Yes, so like it's completely I think okay, now here's nothing here. So could we no. Then it wasn't possible. Like after f4, because f4 is essentially a weakness, yeah, which he has to protect, and he cannot really play. Yes, so like now, and
It's
he
like a
gave up the
draw
g5
also.
square. Yeah, he has to take it because knight on e4, then this is even better for black. And now this draw offer, I think they might play out this, and the board is closed. Yeah. Yes, so I have mixed feelings about this one. I think okay, black could have been in worse endgame for a long time, and white didn't use it at all. Like after 5 moves, it's equal. Yeah, so. But also the tiredness plays a role in this tournament. Yeah, so like okay, now we see what happened here. If I go here, there. Okay, I have to play king c6 or
b5.
b5 is good
both.
enough. Yeah, b5 is good enough, and absolutely nothing. Yeah, so we have a draw in this game. Visak won. So I think Visak now caught up with the leader, or so I think. Yeah, I think for the last 2-3 rounds we need to do it with the standings and with the general, I would say, evaluation of the chances, because this also plays into their playing tactics. Yeah, how to do it. So now we see Korobov, but Korobov is definitely pushing for a win, and he got a nice position. Oh no, but
Very
draw.
short.
But I see a draw like this one. I was mentioning this. And
Okay.
Rohit he wisely avoided the bishop trade, yeah, and it will be f3 is too weakening, but could black play on like knight g4? Actually queen comes to c8. Actually, this he had nice counterplay, and then also the queen side is a bit vulnerable. So he needs to offer this bishop trade. Also bishop f1, bishop d3. If he gets it, then white cannot really hope for anything, because his king would have been in trouble. But I was thinking that here, at least, he would try something, no?
Bishop f1. Oh, okay, the pawn is hanging.
Okay, maybe
bishop e3. And
maybe you can also go for that, and like yes,
bishop
kind of
e3.
fine. Yes, it's fine, but at least. Okay, maybe some chances here, and some little chances, of course, it's a draw after queen d2 or anything, but yes, I mean queen d3 looked nice. Okay, bishop e3 and then queen d2. Yeah, so like white in the end game, he can never be worse. So. I mean, what he did was a safe option here. Yes, there are actually no
Without any risk.
like without rooks, black cannot organize attack on the white king. Yes, so it's also safe for white. Yes, so this is equal position. Yes, so Safarli won. Yeah, this was crushing. He took the b pawn, yes, and here we saw knight f5. And he improved once again. It was like a kind of a model game, but very easy for such a player. Yeah, this is automatic win, just picking off all the pawns. Yeah, so like here, this is no fortress, unfortunately. That this will be picked apart. Yeah, so no, she gave up. So okay, I think nice performance from white. Wong was too scared to play, unfortunately, And Weihauer is keeping the c5 pawn alive, yes, so I think, okay, he didn't want to enter the rook endgame, which we understand, contains some danger. Queen b5 is correct. Maybe he could have played, like I would guess something like this is fine, and it's putting the rook there and just like waiting. Now I will not lose the pawn, yeah, but okay, it's a bit awkward. Okay, so he just went back, and now it's black's turn. So okay, can I do my rook c7? Also defending the 7th rank, and I want to do this. And then
Rook d5. Rook d2.
okay, white maybe is a bit better with the king side play, but I play h6, so it's kind of moved, and no problems. And okay, the only thing is this queen, but it's only temporary, and I might relocate it somewhere.
Also rook cd2, where some threat
Yes,
rook
towards
d7 or rook d8.
black king, yes. It's a bit annoying, I have to say. I want to go with my queen over there,
okay.
yeah. But okay, rook d7. Can I do this also? Oh, okay. You cannot really win a pawn because I have a runner. See, runner, and also this move I should use more frequently. Queen b5, especially when I'm already set up, so I'm not losing a pawn. Like for example, in this position, I want to play this, so that your queen has to move, and also I'm defending this 7. I think it's pretty safe position, like slightly worse for black, but
Drawable.
holdable, yeah. So this was like a mate for Bernatsky and actually Alexenko. So we had this position, and I think okay, after the loss yesterday, he will be really disappointed not to win this today. But it's not guaranteed, yeah. So even as a favorite, okay, he has a lot of work to do. And by the way, white is too exposed, yes. So f5, good punch, and queen h4. What is this? Rook d7, very good, and now I think okay, he's losing the c3 pawn and losing the game. So somehow
Well played by Alexei.
well played. He managed to push in with so bishop e6 and d5. Yeah, so no f5, but was it really? Can I play e5? Okay, here you are better even after this, but just like slightly. This was my okay. Like better position for black, but I'm kicking here. So. But
it's playable.
It's playable. Okay, it's a bit weak and bad pawn structure, but this
Bishop
e5,
G7.
yeah, if this, I go here. So I'm already satisfied.
Knight f5.
Yes,
Oh,
knight f.
I'm not sure if the d pawn is hanging.
You might also just gf, but okay, that's like a bit too too rough. Yeah. No. D pawn is hanging here because I'll play c4 then. Yeah. So.
Okay, rook d8 and then.
Yeah, I mean, in this line, rook
Okay,
d8, I will just
c4.
play c4, yes. So, but okay, you can prepare it. I think even here black is better. Maybe f6, just to
d4.
d4. Yes, it's like French, you know.
Good chain.
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good. Yeah, of course. Now this is a ridiculous move. Then.
But a good idea to.
Okay, it's a
play the
good idea,
knight.
but if d4 is the answer, then I don't want it yet, and my king is also a bit like knight f5 is better, but okay, definitely this seems to be like the critical moment of the game. He needs to keep the position closed and get some space for the knights. Like he went back and like already this position is clearly worse because c3 is weak, and now e5, but it's not the same, yeah,
Weakens
because
the white
because the center is open.
squares.
Maybe he missed f5, but the position is already difficult, yeah, even after some trades. But f5 is really strong because now, I mean, the idea is that if he goes back, then it comes this. And game over, yeah. It's like he's losing the first rank. It's very awkward. So, like, he cannot. He also really can't take because, like, this is falling, and then there is nothing. Is there some f5? Maybe
Take on. Knight takes.
take knight takes. At least I would like to
It
get
would
this.
open the position.
But was this was the game, yeah? Just
Okay, you
moment.
can.
It was f5, and he played queen h4, and after rook d7 he's lost. He's dead lost.
Okay, if he
But
takes.
he needs to take and f5. It's the only chance.
Okay, we must take on f5.
Yeah, because it comes with checks, yeah, so...
Some possibilities to take on c3. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
like you can
Some
take like
moment-
this
and then take on.
and then take, but...
Queen h4.
Yes, why not? Like,
dangerous.
or even queen f2, yeah?
Both, yeah.
Yes, so, because it's with checks.
Okay.
Like, it's definitely...
But there's, it's possible to trade on f5 and then, okay,
Like, okay, so
Okay.
trade everything.
trade everything and then take on c3. And you
Yes, but
take with the queen.
now you have a draw.
No, you cannot take the pawn
You
because of
defend-
a check. No, check and
Aha.
rook rank.
But is it okay? I have a question. Is it, okay, so I have also like this rook
Okay.
ending, which is probably
Draw.
I don't know this
Okay.
one, but it should be this is draw. If the king crosses and he's crossing back. I had another question. Like if this is a draw, like this position. But okay now
No, you can.
now this but yes, so not this, but okay, let's say I go here. Because okay, I know.
King g6. Or you rook c1, I don't.
Okay, so,
Rook f2.
rook f2 we have a draw.
Okay, we have
Yes.
the wrong.
Yes, so
okay,
that's
okay, that was.
yes, what I was asking that.
Okay.
I mean, normally I know
Okay.
this position is winning in a general state here, with the bishop there.
Okay, we cannot trade her.
After
the
some
rooks.
long conversion, it's winning somehow. Like it's winning, he could win the pawn, he could like traverse the whole board, not trading the rooks and bringing the king and all of this. But now, when we have this, like how could he
Okay,
ever...
rook h2. Is this possible? Then,
All this. so, so unfortunately, yeah, I think this is also what I mean to draw, but okay, not like definitely okay f5. What are we missing? Like this is such a natural move. Is there some like problem in this position that? Like, can I just do, okay, but it's just speculation to do like this, but I don't trust this fully. It looks like I'm asking for some trouble, yeah? Not really sure. Queen a4, because not
you
really.
have at least some counterplay.
Yes, and you here have equal
not
pawns,
so
yeah. So, like maybe black is better, but it's not, and that is not clear
Rook
because
f7 or yeah.
the king is safer. Yeah, so I want to understand what happened in this game. So, because rook d7 and just okay, g5 now, winning piece. Yeah, I play this and I take the bishop.
Easy.
That's the game. Or this has to be winning. I mean, okay,
Knight.
let me check so this. We take also. No, we just simply take. And this.
Take knight 6, knight G, or knight F5.
Knight F5, yes. Knight F5 is the move. Now, like this kind of position with the active bishops,
Easy,
I'm going. It should be easy win.
Protected king.
So he missed G5 or but even if not, yeah. Even here it seems like many moves are winning for black. And like Queen D8 is probably totally winning here. No? Like okay, now he has this, but
Queen D3. No.
Queen D3, yes, Queen
Knight
D3.
E1.
Like,
Oh my god. Knight.
now he's completely tied down, yeah. This is horrible position. So
Cannot
anyway,
work.
anyway, but G5 probably wins. And okay, just compare it to this, yeah. We are
F5.
getting attacked. Like what are we not seeing? Knight takes F5.
Okay.
Knight
Calculated this. G5.
Okay, there might be some like really strong hook. Rook G8 we missed and Queen A8.
Rook
Okay.
G8. Okay.
Yes, and this is like surprisingly this is a mating attack. Yeah. So okay.
Okay, better when descending.
Yes. Of course, Rook G8 is
Ah,
crashing
okay,
move,
nice
yeah.
idea.
Because okay, otherwise it would have been. But now is it not possible for White to really go on? Yes, C4 is suggested, but I think I mean he could play this, but in practice also it's poor position. But some kind of hope, yeah. But Queen H4 is after Rook D7 is gone, yeah. So he needed to take. So. Let's get back. So here we have this counterplay for White. Queen C7. And now Bishop is E6 and the black position is holding. Yeah? And now, long term, this will be
A little problem.
big problem. Like everything is hanging now. Okay, so maybe he'll be vindicated, but it seemed like very risky that what he was doing. Even here, okay. No, maybe it was well judged. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, somehow the position is open now also for the two bishops. Like, could he have done like this?
Also calculate the knight E5.
I would much rather take like this pawn.
Also knight E5.
95. Okay, so I have many moves. Queen B3
Queen
probably.
B3 is-
But maybe also this. No.
Queen B3 and the G3 is hanging.
Yes.
And the knight is hanging. Everything is
Queen. Just like this is a simple win. Also Bishop C6. Just picking off the knight. Yeah. So yes. Perhaps it wasn't quite enough, but it did look a bit scary. Yeah? So for black, could he have traded? No, not really. Because like okay, just King F2. And it looks horrible, of course. But if I manage to block it and then I return with the knight, how does black win?
How is F4?
F4.
To put the bishop
Bishop on the
other diagonal.
Yeah, so this might
Okay,
be
but
a brilliant
bishop
idea.
D3.
Because yes, but F4 is strong. Definitely, it's desirable. I can take with the king. I need to take with the knight. You can transfer him to bishop endgame if you like, or not.
Must be winning.
Must be winning because now we have already a lot of passed pawns and
Yes.
like such position. No, I was hoping that I could could somehow bring the king, but it's too split and I'm not going to win anything with white. Yeah, so this,
Strong bishop
yeah,
here.
this is just game over. Yeah, everything is holding on together and everything is going to fall. But actually, in the game we saw some action with the queens. Yeah, so Okay, he went there. Knight f6 check. Okay, so now king h2, kind of defensive, double attack, knight f6.
Okay.
So king g7, he intends to play queen d8 with some. And what about this? Does he have perpetual? Doesn't seem so, no? Can take,
Okay, check.
check and queen f8. Oh, it can be.
And king g6 is.
Okay, I would like to.
Okay, you can also play
to
this.
have this.
And then queen g4.
And queen g4 simply. Queen g4, yes, of course. Yes, so there's no perpetual check. This is kind of like a bluff. Yeah, it's
Probably.
not working. Yeah. So Doyer is going to win. Petri actually won already. This one was in material imbalance, but he had central control, and I think this was a well played game. Essentially, he used a bit of strategic ineptness from black and just cruised to victory. Now this is unstoppable threat, and she just gave up the knight and resigned. And we have a pawn endgame. So okay, how did you get here?
Okay, this one.
But how is this even possible? Because we concluded that this should be easily winning. I think after
Rook e7.
Rook e7 it should be easy job. I don't.
Okay, and
I
he
don't
played
understand.
f.
Okay, maybe we'll. No, but not really, because I will win one of the pawns, and I will still have this. It has to be easily winning. But instead he did this, which also seemed fine. But allowed rook d7 and Rakov. Yeah, I think. Okay, he's dangerous in the sense that they fight till the end. Yeah, and I mean, in the other line there will be no pawn endgames, but here. Okay.
Who is faster? f5.
The question is,
Okay,
can I go
h4.
like king e5 and stay there? But okay, just count the tempi. f5, king c5, h4, king b4, g5. f6, white is faster. White is faster.
Or
Nah,
this one.
I mean, I wanted to play something like this with black. Like, is it ridiculous that
Okay, but king h4.
you go this way? Yeah?
Yes, or g5. Okay, king h5, h4. King
Is it this winning?
g6.
Maybe.
Not so sure.
I'm quick. I'm winning here. This one, yeah. So this one. The king is also. So let's say this. It's shouldering, yeah. So like.
Okay, but we have the possibility to sacrifice the pawn. Not,
I can do it, but
not here.
I already will set up.
Not
Yeah,
in
so,
this position.
so this
Okay,
one
or
is.
king g6 is also winning. To take on
yes,
g4 and then
yes.
h5 or however.
Yeah, so
Yes, so-
you just go there. Yeah, it's very easy. It's without any calculation. Yeah, so like, does he have like any chances here? What about? I have no ideas. No, it's winning. So let's.
As you said, f6 is also winning.
But what is like plus 1.8? Okay, he needs to see the mate here. Yeah, so the strong engine. Okay, it's a win. Plus 3, we are going to trust that it's a win.
Oh, what's this?
Yes, I don't know.
This was the.
This was some kind of Sicilian, yeah, but we had this in middle game and we analyzed like potential plans, and we told that actually white got in first, and it's
Okay.
completely bad end game like for Evgeny.
There's a little threat on d1. Okay.
But I don't understand why he didn't take right away.
Okay.
Oh, maybe the rook is running out of space. But okay, like maybe even this I would. Oh, there's no defense now. It's crumbling. Yeah, somehow. Game over. Yeah, so. Okay, let's see the game. Rook d6, but this has to be definitely lost. Yeah. He's losing more and more time. And
Oh,
okay, he could have resigned, but played it till the end. So king is safe.
completely lost. Lost.
Yes, so
Next
I think
pawn.
that somewhere after the opening, early middle game came a lot of mistakes, and White got suddenly on with rook on h8 pinning black. Yeah. So okay, so. So this one we saw, losing here, this position, but
You have good ideas on the king side.
yes, but I mean he could trade, but that's like perhaps not enough. He wants to win, yeah. So, but it's dangerous to play this position with queens because okay, perhaps not risking now, but also d5. Was this necessary? Okay, maybe now she was concerned that she's going to lose the control, but yeah, queen h1 is unfortunate.
She wants to open the diagonal for the queen, probably. Oh?
Yes, but does this work? Like
No,
this is gone.
No, this losing.
It's completely lost queen endgame. Just queen g5, queen d5 back, and I have the h pawn running. So I think, okay, suddenly she got outplayed from, I think maybe even pleasant position, like how, okay, I can do this, yeah. I'm always better in the end game, but even so, like I had, okay, I suggested some kind of tricks, but she should take the bishop, yeah. It's a stronger piece than
And when
than
rook
the knight,
e1
yeah.
and
I mean here suddenly her pawn majority is negated, and also the king doesn't have a safe haven, yeah, like with this configuration, yeah. So like I still, it shouldn't be lost, but already move rook g1 is a sign that something went wrong, yeah, and okay. I think then he converted,
Okay.
yeah, kind of. Here there's no counterplay now. Now that I look at it, it's pretty poor. Maybe she could hold somehow like this way, but it's poor, yeah. Somehow she,
bishop b3 is.
yeah, she's completely
bishop
tied
c4.
down, yeah. That's game over, yeah. So she lost, and yeah. So let's get here. So now already draw agreed. One draw agreed. We saw this. So one draw. Viro is still playing. So
Oh, okay. He got the a pawn.
so here kind of got into some trouble. G6, okay. I will play like h4, h5, but okay, maybe could be carry. So this one, he's greedy, but now maybe he's facing some issues because once h6 arises, then this is dangerous, you know, it's permanently weak king, so he needs to play something, and some calculation. I'm trying to. Okay, just
h6.
do something like this, and this is going to work, yeah, probably. Because just the king is floating in the area, it can be good. But okay, I don't have to take. I can play this. No, queen is 5. I think it's a bit painful, yeah. That.
Also h6 was good. h6 and rook h4 is winning.
Sure. H6.
Losing the queen or
Let's
checkmate.
Let's see this. Yeah. So f6. You have this. Anything. Yeah. But
It's winning.
yeah. This is like completely winning here. So. So he got. Okay. So what is there? So I have to take. Therefore. Now this one is hanging. So
But h6.
h6 is forced.
And queen f8.
Queen f8 is crucial. I think maybe he didn't realize because rook h4 is not working, but this one is
To
really
take on
strong.
f7
Just
and
defending the rook.
discovered attack, or
This
queen
has to
f4
be
is
lost.
mating.
Yes, yes, yes.
Rook c5,
It's completely winning. Yes.
many threats.
How did it go so out of hand? Like, okay, right around this point, you know, I like the h6 Luft, but somewhere here it got wrong. Like why this? Oh, okay. Rook d6, rook a8. What is this? A very strange move. Rook a8. Why?
Okay, he protected the a pawn, but that wasn't necessary.
No, but I understand. It's somehow it got unpleasant.
Rook d1 was the right idea.
This was a good move, yeah, kind of really, because if this one,
Okay,
yeah, then there's some tough choices. Yeah, rook cc8 then leaves the seventh rank open. Yeah, this one, like already, this is borderline because maybe
He can capture, and when
but he's going to lose the c5 pawn. And I mean, this position normally without the a pawns, I think it's easy draw. But with the a pawns, I think it's quite bad. Rook and
queen b5.
yeah, I mean, he needs to play this position. Yeah,
Yes,
somehow.
that's the only chance.
Just play this position and hope for the best. but it's not. Of course, he didn't want it. Yeah, like because this position seemed only like tiny bit worse, and I didn't like this. Okay, so just play rook c6 immediately and. Because then okay. Oh, no.
Lose the pawn again.
Yeah, he'll lose it again. Yeah, so somehow it just was deceptive that yeah. It looked like it's all right, but I think few passive moves going back, and he was in hot water then. Yeah, so yeah, so mate Alexenko completely winning, 3 pawns up and dominating. So queen g4 resigns. Yes, so we saw everything. And Ragav is trying for some miracle, but it's completely gone because okay, white has time like something
King
like this.
g3.
Yeah,
Okay.
just waiting. Yeah, okay.
f6. Or
Yeah, it's good enough.
okay.
Yeah, so I mean, anything. I mean, here's the problem that he needs to make a move here, yeah, and like he doesn't have anything. So yeah, it's gone. So Druska is going to win. What
Have
do
you
we have
seen
running?
every game?
Okay, so I think I've seen everything. Like Alexenko is easily winning, so I mean, what would happen here? Just to see, but d5 take. So here it collapsed for white, yeah. So okay, he didn't lose a piece, but he lost 3 pawns. So I mean, has to be over pretty soon.
Not fun to play this.
Yeah. Yes, there are not even any tricks here. That's just like one-way traffic and just lost.
Okay,
He's going
this
to win.
feel safe, but
Has winning.
oh, okay.
Like
Not
yes, I think we might slowly wrap it up because there is not much running now. Okay, maybe some lower boards, or if you know some junior or somebody some talented, but I don't know. What is, for example, what is this position bishop on g2? How did it happen? I need to look at the game. Okay, some kind of Rui Lopez. So piece
Yeah,
sacrifice and wild attack. But yes, this is kind of slow motion attack.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. Now he wants to make some sacrifice.
Okay,
Slow
attacking
move.
the bishop.
Okay, what is this?
What is this?
Yeah, okay, like the bishop has no
Can
squares.
take the bishop now. Oh, okay.
And now he wants to give mate, but now actually white is attacking. So I mean now black is too
Rook
slow.
h4 is not.
Rook is
it's
I
too
think it's
slow.
yes. now like okay, did he just a second? Because if he keeps the king there, but maybe there is no other way to bring for what he can do is this and
Bishop h1.
and make a draw like this. But otherwise,
Okay, we can take on g3. Oh no, we cannot. Or f2.
yeah, it might be an idea. So we can do it right away. Yeah, so like this position. So bishop g2, we can
Okay.
take
Oh, take.
f2. So let's say take. And with such a king, it has to be an easy win.
Okay.
This one is going to
rook
be
e2 and then
completely crushed, yeah?
yeah,
Or not?
it's
Like rook,
winning,
e,
right?
rook e2.
Bishop h1 or h3.
Yes. So just this is mob of chop, yeah, and like with the two pawns,
Bishop g4.
bishop g4 coming. So I think maybe he missed this tactic, or maybe are we missing something? It has to be winning for black. It's like very nice attack. But instead he went for this bishop, yeah. So
Also, the rook was hanging on d1. It's winning. That
Yeah.
was the wrong idea to activate the king. Oh my god!
But-
Rook d6. That's a
okay,
crazy
now,
game.
Yeah, now he defended, yeah. So like he still has this mate threat, or even maybe rook h4, and now he needs to survive the white's onslaught, yeah. So now white is attacking, but okay, maybe fizzled out. So this one, now he's
Who will
two
win
pawns
this
down.
game?
And now he forced the trade, but I don't like what he was doing, because here like this position seems winning. We just need a few precise moves from black, maybe hiding the king or advancing the pawn. White can't do much. Okay, f3 is hanging, but
It's
like
hanging,
even
yeah.
okay, maybe like this. Just put the queen here and put the king back. After this he would go back, and then maybe,
d4, but
yes, actually the back rank is still weak,
this is weak. Yeah.
and I'm having you know, he cannot move the knight. If he can move the knight, there will always be some troubles on the back rank. So like I really hate what he did, because he let the knight out.
No, okay.
And now there will be like no, not even mates. The bishop could be eliminated. The knight could be attacking. So I think this is like a free result game now. But like somewhere around this point, okay, let us be wiser.
Okay.
I was worried that this is equal, because how could it be equal? Yeah? You just maybe this. Also, we are missing again. Like here, he takes like this, and actually here he is winning. I was thinking, but okay, can I prepare it with queen h3 and then rook d2 only move to defend?
Okay.
This is a big threat. Now c5. This is beautiful. Like not attacking the bishop, but
Try to deflect it.
he tried to. And now, okay, so let's play c3. a5. Oh my god. a5 b4.
It's so easy to understand.
Yeah, because this is maximized and there is action on the other wing. Now he found h5. Okay, so let's see the winning line.
Can make progress on the queen's side.
h5, h4. Now it's crumbling.
Looks winning.
Yeah. So this was the
Okay,
way.
Max.
This was the way. Yeah. So
So this is also a player of Munich, Chicago.
yeah.
Hey, what a game.
Yes. Yes. So.
Very wild.
Okay, but this is winning for black, but in no, in the current position it's much different, and I think anything could happen. Yeah, so a lot of mistakes, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, only like
There were some
Yeah.
mistakes. Okay.
Okay.
da gibt's genug Platz, oder?
Yeah, okay, so,
Will you?
yes, I will resume. Show you play again. Yes,
Okay.
Thank you, it's a good sign.
Gratuliere.
Danke.
Okay.
Deutsch oder Englisch?
English then.
Okay.
Okay, you can show
Yeah,
your game.
I can do it myself maybe. Where's my game? Yeah, so I'm happy to be back. It means that I won.
Okay.
It was a fun game today. So it was Karo Khan. And yeah, okay, so I did not expect that she would play with knight c3. I thought advance. And okay, so we played this. And I
You play G6 then.
and the normal move, or
It's
nowadays
H5.
H5, yes. But I recently saw that G6 is also possible.
Okay, and you played it.
And okay, so if H4, I mean it's the normal move H4. Then plan is always to
Then
play
she
H5.
could.
Not she can't take here because
Okay.
Queen E8.
Yeah.
But she did in the game knight E2. Okay, so I didn't really know. I just knew okay H4, H5, and now if she wants she can have a draw. This was our game.
Okay.
But I thought okay she's an ambitious player. A draw against me will not help her for an IM norm or whatever she wants.
Okay.
So I thought, and it caused her to think for 30 minutes. I think she now
okay.
thinking 30 minutes about whether or not to make a draw, and then not do it is a bad decision.
And she played.
She played the bishop d2, just a normal move and long castle. I mean,
40 minutes for this move.
yeah, or 30. Yeah, nothing wrong with this move, but you should play it in 5 minutes, or make a draw.
It would have been better for her to take on G6 and make draw.
Now, in
It's
hindsight,
also interesting to play it if you take the pawn on H5 later. Okay, take.
I thought, okay, so I
Analyze
actually
this King H8. Yes.
Here. And bishop
Bishop
h6,
h6.
queen e8.
It's possible. Huh?
This was my calculation, and I thought,
Okay, Queen F3.
I don't know. This
It's
li-
okay
this,
for you.
Okay for black. And this bishop is missing here. The light squared bishop of white, I think, is kind of the most important.
You have some chances
piece.
to trade queens. And
I think
it's
I don't
okay.
know. I would rather be
It's
black
playable.
here. I like black. So this was my calculation, yeah. And also a good thing to note, it looks a bit like you could start with this and now take g6 because
But
it's going to be
now
made.
Rook E2.
And the queen needs
Okay,
to stay on
queen.
d6, and here is the same thing that we already saw.
Mhm.
And bishop here f5.
You get the piece back. Okay.
Okay, so I'm not losing, yeah. And yeah, okay, so I thought, okay, she can make a draw. If she makes a draw, then I can go to my friend's birthday party, which
Oh,
is today,
today,
like friend of mine, yes. And it's fine. And if not, we play a game. Okay, and we play a game. So now king g7, no more draw. Long castle, bishop e6. It's kind of normal. It's now a bit like the other, like the normal line
The
with
normal
h5.
structure,
I have
yeah.
ended up playing h5 anyway, but she had to play h4, so now it might be a bit more difficult for her to break through with g4.
To make some progress.
And
here.
also, if you compare to the normal line, there I play c4 often, but here I think just b5 should be
It's okay.
quite strong. Because the normal thing now would be d5 takes c5 or something, but it's not happening here.
Or
No.
knight b4 instead of b5 to get the bishop on d.
Yeah, maybe. I think b5 is good and just attacking. Yeah, so and now she played moves that I didn't like. a3.
It's okay.
It's alright.
Prepare c4.
Okay, and I mean she has so I play b5. Normal move. f3. Okay, and now and up to this point I played relatively fast, but now I have to think because
Also g4 is interesting.
I have to think what to do with this g4 break. I mean I have kind of two options: either f5 as I played in the game, try to shut it down, or
Or knight c7.
or just let her do it. think it's
Okay.
very unclear.
H5. G5,
G5.
probably.
I don't know. I thought something here, but it looks, to be honest, looks a bit dangerous. I also thought this move. Simply, maybe.
No, take on G4, probably.
Check. I don't know. It's
Bishop H5 or F5.
maybe, but I prefer to like try to shut down the attack with F5. I mean, also I'm weakening some squares, maybe, but now like this, it will always be hard for her to play G4, or she has to sacrifice something, and I have some moves to improve, like bring knight, something with the pawns. So
Looks
I don't know.
interesting, yeah.
It's interesting. So she played this move. I thought first, okay, like
Okay, and then Bishop
Why?
E7 or...
yeah, Bishop E7 I did not do because I thought like Queen is wrong on the E file and Knight is good now here.
You
So-
played F6,
So this is in the air and yeah.
Okay.
I played F6. It's weakening some more squares, of course, but okay.
She went back. Okay.
It costs the tempo for her. This one, Knight C7.
Now G4.
Yes, I thought about
That
G.
was probably the right moment.
Let me try to remember. I thought,
This.
if I remember correctly.
But now take on G4. G6 is hanging. Okay, F5, H5.
Queen is coming.
Queen D2.
I thought it's
Okay,
again
it's
very
playable.
unclear. It's playable.
It's-
Even like to continue the variation here. I think I don't know. Very strange, but I think I'm okay here. She can't. It's not like so easy for white to push through. And then always like whenever we go to the end game. So I think it's not straightforward with G4. So she played this. Makes sense. I think she wanted me to trade because like she wants with a knight on F4 and then play G4. I think like this is maybe her way to attack. And now she has this threat as well. So I'm protected. Also helps me in G4 cases with G4.
we thought she could trade on D6 and...
She did.
Oh, okay, she did. And then Queen F4.
Queen F4. Yeah, I would not have traded the queen slightly. Queen D7 and
95.
there are some weak squares also,
It's
and I
okay
can bring my
for you,
rook.
I think.
I think now I'm okay.
A5, B4 later.
Yeah.
Okay. She played knight F4.
And now after some think, I played this. Now she has the choice of which trade to make. I think I'm happy with the that she left my bishop alive because I think this is a mistake, kind of, because this bishop is like
to
she
capture on E6.
she cannot touch this bishop. It's such an amazing piece.
This would
And-
have been better to take.
So I thought we would play something like this. I tried to challenge the E file, you know, like I might be able to enter somewhere with the queen.
Also bishop B1, bishop A2 is an idea.
It's an idea, yeah, but yeah, yeah,
It's quite equal.
I think it's a normal position. It's possible to play for a win also with black. So I mean, now I was of course looking to win maybe. I can. I mean, this is possible. This is an option for me.
Yes.
It's like very interesting. Now a lot of play in the position.
And
Yeah.
she took on D5.
She took D5, and I think this is actually really bad now. Rook G1. Now, because now I can play positionally. Because it looks like okay, like according to the classical school of chess, you know, like all my pawns are on light squares, and this is but it's actually this bishop just dominates the board. This, not sure if it's like all correct, but I think she's kind of ready to play G4 now, and I need to prevent a counter.
That was the right decision.
Normal move. Okay, briefly I thought like, is my queen getting trapped? But no, it's like,
Rook E8. Okay.
I mean, she's not even threatening to trap my queen, and she has to protect this. Okay, this I don't know if she has to protect, but like it's not too many options for my queen.
She has some weaknesses here.
She has a lot of yeah.
A lot of
So the queen, if it's not trapped, it actually basically
It's stronger.
attacks everything here. Yeah. So pawn hanging. Okay, queen e1.
Queen F4.
Endgame I don't want because endgame like it will not be possible to win, and even for white maybe then can slowly push. Queen check. Now she thought.
Okay,
king
queen.
up. Yeah, I
Okay,
think I
so
can.
she
Yeah, I
will
can
lose
just
the
take
pawn.
this pawn.
Okay,
Yeah,
mhm.
I thought maybe like this was her idea.
Now you can
I can do many things.
take on g4.
I thought.
X again.
I think I can even do this
Okay.
because I can trade. I'm threatening to trade queens.
Mhm.
Okay, I thought like if I want to be like yeah,
Good enough.
it's good enough.
Mhm.
So king c2, and now I already kind of like saw what was gonna
Nice move.
happen. Yeah, because now we're going to trade the rooks. Okay, I fixed the pawn chain,
Mhm.
and I think she's completely losing here. Honestly, like king f7, queen doesn't enter, and the white just has nothing, like nothing at all. King is always kind of in mating net also, like because it has to go back here. I thought honestly I can win like however I want. I can even win just like g4, takes, h4, g4.
Mhm.
I can do whatever I want.
Easy. Mhm.
It like a very easy position. But then I saw even like this one, and I can try to win immediately because okay, like kind of I'm going to give
She
this
will
check.
lose the H pawn.
She will lose like one of these pawns,
Mhm.
and so this now is her kind of emergency move. Yeah, there was some funny lines here. Like if she tries to defend creatively like this. Okay, I cannot play bishop c4
Okay.
because it's a check. And I have
It's
to make a
also
move with
a threat in this position, bishop c4. Mhm.
It's
Because the
also
queen is
threat,
a-
yeah. So I
Okay,
will.
king f8 is
I will move my
necessary.
king. Then I thought this,
And then
and then like
king g7.
king g7, and then this.
Okay. King h6.
King h6 again. Queen c1 probably.
Now g5.
And yeah, because she cannot threaten a check here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
works also like this. I thought also here I can just take the pawn. Sorry. Here. I thought I can take the pawn also.
Mm-hmm. Bishop f7. Mm-hmm. Queen e8. e1. Mm-hmm.
Also winning. Okay, so this move,
Okay.
I think kind of a trap, because if I check to take away her queen options, I think
Okay, the b5 is. Oh.
this might be a draw because it's like very blocked now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like I don't know.
G3 and c4. Or
Yeah,
Go with
So
the
it's not-
king to d3.
it takes the, white just brings the king, maybe even c4 as you say.
Mm-hmm.
So this was not, it's not good. What I just take?
Mm-hmm.
A few checks. Okay, the important line was,
Okay.
I mean, this threatens mate in two ways, but
It's your turn.
it's my turn and
Oh, checkmate.
I can checkmate because of this move f4. So this,
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
so she did this, okay, and very sad. Queen c1, queen h4, c4. This is, and now, yeah, like my queen is a little bit stuck, but okay, it's no problem.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. You've seen.
And I just played this,
Okay,
this.
Take the next pawn.
Take the next if she takes here.
Queen g5.
This, yes.
And queen d5.
And my king is always so safe, and I'm just
The
kind of ahead in the race.
pawn is running.
Just my pawn is running. I think it's a very simple win. So she did this, a bit smart, because
Taking the f6.
I played this, and now like whenever she takes this, I have check and win this pawn. So she did this. Okay, very nice. Queen e5.
Mhm.
And still, whenever her queen leaves, I can pick up the pawn. Which happened now. And with these 4 pawns, my king is just now like the rest of the game was
protected here.
really fun. Yeah, and she resigned. Yeah, because wherever there is a check, I can just block
Mhm.
and yeah, just promote.
Okay. An important win for you.
Important win for you. Now I get to play maybe someone with a higher rating tomorrow.
Okay, and go to the
win.
birthday party.
Yeah, let's see if it's still happening. Yeah.
Okay,
I will
it's
call
10
it.
o'clock. Mhm.
All
Okay,
right.
thanks.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Max. He visited us yesterday.
Yes. So 2 wins in a row.
Maybe I can come back.
Yeah, can visit us every day.
It's a pleasant queen endgame. So
He calculated well.
Yes. So I think we are at the end.
At the end, yeah. We've seen the
yes,
most of the important
Parma
games.
Senko. Alexenko already won.
Alexenko won, okay.
Yes, so this
No.
was-
He was 3 pawns up. Mhm.
Yes, like normally white could resign, but I understand. Okay, they are playing. It's
Okay. Mhm.
not completely clear. Maybe some blunder could occur, but not really. Yeah, that's,
Check. Bishop g8. Only move.
yes, yes. So that's it.
We will.
Yes, I think we could wrap it up. Maybe Richard, yeah.
Is decided?
Yes, Alexenko won.
All the games.
Yes,
are-
so I think everybody we have seen this pawn end game which was
is
completely
winning.
winning. Yeah, so I mean let's see, Druska. Yeah.
Okay.
But this like even without calculation, it's like he played till the bitter end, but there was no
King h. A8. and
no mystery. Yeah, so.
E7.
These are basics. I'm having on a chess schools. Yeah, I'm teaching this. Yeah.
Me too.
So, even my students would hopefully
Every
win this.
few
Yeah.
weeks.
Yes. Okay. So
So we can.
I think we are done. Yeah. So here we had another pawn
Really
game,
done.
but this one. Okay, I'm just looking. Okay, because here actually black is maybe slightly better, but there is no way through. Okay, we are not going to look at the whole game, but. Whereas white calculated accurately. Whenever black plays king e5, I need to play king e3, and that's it. And there is no intrigue here. Yeah. I'm just king e3, king e5 would have been blunt, but here
Okay.
a draw. Okay, so thank you very much for your
Thanks
attention.
for watching and
Litska, huh? Play of Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Yeah. So and he
I
made a
know
draw
him.
against Israeli Grandmaster Ori Kobo, which is definitely a success, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have Fiona Zibert lost against Fedorovsky. Yes, yes. So he won.
he won against Fiona.
Zibert.
Okay.
Yeah, and this crazy game, Black won in the end, and I think we've seen everything.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so thank you very
Goodbye.
much. Goodbye. Good night. Okay, I'm switching.